And we
And
shared a room. We shared a room. I
right.
guess before I got there, Nakabi had her own room and Yusuke had her own room. But once I came, I shared with Yusuke. Um, so we spent the most time together. But I guess like emotionally, mentally, it was more so kind of like an even getting to know each other type vibe.
Okay, so that's cool. That's cool. Okay, so leading up to Visa going to jail, leading up to those days while you were there, give me an inside look. I want to be a fly on the wall. What was a day like in the house of Visa?
Um,
What was a day like for a wife?
okay, so obviously, we have to get up very bright and early in the morning to pray Fajr. Um, and then after that, me and Yusuke go work out for about an hour. And then after that, we get the kids together. Yeah, because Jordan, like, she's not in school, but we're basically homeschooling her. And by we, I mean me, because Yusuke goes to work. So, um, get Jordan up, get my daughter up, get them dressed, make breakfast. Um, at this point, Nakabi clocks into her job because she works from home too. Yusuke works from home as well, so they clock in early in the morning. And pretty much most of the day, I'm with the kids. Um, my daughter's 3, so she's pretty much just playing, chilling, whatever. But Jordan, she has to read, she has to learn her Quran, stuff like that. So that's what pretty much most of the day is spent doing. Um, so I actually made a Ramadan while I was out
Mm-hmm.
there. Um, so I wasn't eating pretty much during the daytime.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really have to worry about that. I pretty much just cooked for the kids, prepared their lunch and stuff. And then cleaning. He was very meticulous. His shower had to be cleaned with a toothbrush. So so that was definitely interesting. On some Cinderella type shit. But yeah, um, after that, shit, at this point, Nakabi and Yusuke are getting off of work. Me and Yusuke go work out for another hour. Come back, feed the kids dinner. Um, pray again. Obviously, oh my bad, we pray door obviously. Earlier in the day, and then we pray Maghrib, Isha, go to bed, do it all over again. Um,
Okay.
Obviously there might be slight differentiations like going to the store,
Mm-hmm.
whatever case may be, but that's pretty much the basics.
Okay, so did Visa spend very much time with all three of you?
Um, I guess he spent the majority of his time studying and going live. So I'm not gonna lie, he spent very little time with us. But the time that he did spend, it was divided evenly, I guess you could say. Um, but yeah, he definitely studied a lot. He got up pretty much early as fuck in the morning and went to his little man cave and read, took notes, and did his thing. And so he would
Okay,
pretty
I have a
much do that
question.
most of the time. Hmm.
At this time, did you know about the abuse with him and the dogs? The first dog that he abused, that he put under hot water? Did you see that video? Or did you know about that?
So I didn't see the video, but I definitely heard that through you know, people talk on Bigo. So I started hearing stuff about that. That was one of the things that I did ask about. Um, but it kind of just was explained to me as like, people talk shit. People over exaggerate or whatever the case may be. So I kind of it just accepted it as that.
Mm. Yes, it. So the video of him abusing the dog is actually on YouTube for anybody that wants to see it. Okay, now I have a question. The second dog, the pit bull, did you hear of him having sex with the dog or any type of sexual relationships with that dog?
No, no, that's actually my first time hearing that was even a rumor. Um,
Okay.
mhm.
So while you were in the house, did he act strange or weird to you at all?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, you talking about in regards to the dog, or you just me?
Just
Period.
period. Overall, any weird activity, any activity that you weren't used to seeing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Come on, let's come with it.
Um.
Come with it. Because you know I was being nice the whole interview. I'm being nice, but we can't keep treading on eggshells, baby. We got to get into it. The people want to know. We gonna get into things. Now we discussed what I'm
Um,
not gonna deep dive into because I respect you and your family, but we gonna get into this. So let's get it.
um, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a lot of weird. It was a lot of weird shit. It definitely was a lot of like,
Can I get an example?
um. So I guess like I don't know. It was where do I even start with this shit? I guess like the first day there, the first like okay, this is weird. Was I had to throw away all of my products, like my lotion, my hair products, my deodorant, like anything that had a chemical in it, I had to throw it all away.
Okay.
Um, and then I had to replace all of it with my own money, right? Which was like, okay, that's a little weird, but not that big of a deal. Um, but whilst we were out replacing all of my stuff, we stopped at a dispensary, and this man orders like over $700 worth of like wax for like his dab rig thingy.
$100 worth of wax
Yeah, yeah,
for
like for the
one.
little dab wax. I don't know if that's what it's
I know
called
what it
properly.
is.
Yeah, and he made me pay for it. So like off rip, I'm like, what? Like in his okay,
And
so that's like that was kind of weird to me because we already had like a big argument about the whole dowry concept because in Islam technically the man is supposed to give the woman a dowry, but he was explaining how because he's the prophet, he don't have to do that. Mind you, that really don't make sense. But anyways, the point is to me it just was extra weird that it's like I get here and you got me buying you shit. Like that's weird. Then I guess the next weird ass thing would be the whole obsession with weight. Like I said, me and Yusuke are kind of on the thicker side. Um, and it wasn't like we were exercising twice a day because we were wanting to. It was more so we didn't have a choice. Like if we did not get up to go exercise at 5 o'clock sharp in the morning, it was
mhm.
problems. Like he was pissed. Um, it was like a it just it was he got some anger issues. I'm gonna put it at that. Like he
Oh, he has anger issues.
yeah, the way this man was spaz out over like the dumbest like how do I put it? It's like you don't really know. It's kind of like walking on eggshells. Like you don't know what's gonna like set him off. And something that you would think would set him off
Okay.
he may not care at all. He might find it funny. But something that you would think wouldn't be a problem would like send him through the roof.
What would
So
he do when he goes through the roof? What would he
so
do? Oh my!
um at one point he punched a mirror. Um
With his fist?
yeah, like so this situation I was kind of telling you about this a little bit about how like I don't want to get too vulgar just out of respect to my current relationship, but there was an incident where like me and him were intimate without the other wives, and apparently that wasn't supposed to be a thing. Like I guess they had some type of agreement before I came that it was either a group effort or not at all. Um, long story short, when that happened, the other wives flipped out and they got into a big ass argument. And like at first he was cool, like he was kind of just sitting there like listening to everything, but all of a sudden he like flipped out and he punched a like full body mirror
Because
and it shattered.
he got sick of hearing the yin 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 back and forth. So
Yeah.
did he hit anybody?
No, no. He just like he punched the mirror and he cut his
He
own
never
hand
hit
up
none of
and
you
was like
guys.
bleeding
He
on it.
never put his hands on none of you guys.
He didn't put his hands on me. Like that's all I'm gonna say. Like I don't want to speak on
He
nobody
didn't put
else's
his hands on
situation.
you.
No,
Okay.
he didn't put his hands on me.
Have you ever witnessed him putting his hands on anybody else? I'm not saying who, but have you witnessed him putting his hands on anybody else?
No, that's all I'm gonna say. I personally
You
didn't
didn't
see
witness
him.
it.
No.
You didn't. Okay, so you didn't see it. Okay, okay, okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. So wait a minute. Now let's go back to what you just brought up because I wasn't gonna bring that up, but since you brought it up, the can of worms is open. We're gonna go into it.
Yeah.
You said you're on the thicker side, right?
Hmm. Yeah. Oh, that's what I was saying. Like that was weird to me too. Like the obsession with weight and like us not even being able. Like he first of all, it wasn't even my idea to make a Ramadan. He basically told me I had to make a Ramadan, which
But
is not supposed to be for weight loss. It's supposed to be fasting for the sake of Allah. It's something that we do for Allah, right?
right.
And so that already was weird to me. It's like, why is you trying to make this about a weight loss thing?
Thank you.
But even Yusuke, who was eating, she had a very strict diet. Like she could not eat, like if it was pasta made, she couldn't eat the noodles in the pasta. Like just it was just weird. It was weird. The obsession with weight was weird as fuck.
But now he was weird. He was making you guys exercise, but when he was ready, when he was ready to have intercourse, who would he mainly choose? The thicker women or the thinner women?
Well, it was only one thing with me, so
Well,
but
who would
it
he mainly
wasn't.
choose? Let's be honest.
I mean, when I was there, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was there, it was pretty even. But like I said, the first time me and him were intimate, it was a big ass deal. So I felt like he kind of made it like he was going hard to make it even because of the confrontation that had already happened, if that makes sense. Um yeah,
Okay,
that's the best way I
so
can explain it. Yeah.
how many days were you there before you and him were intimate?
Two, 1.5.
You were there 2 days, and you
I was
guys
there the
were intimate.
first day, and then the second day, that's what happened. Yeah.
Okay. She clearly said that he did not put his hands on her. He said,
Mm-hmm.
she said, and I'm gonna repeat it because I'm not gonna do. Y'all know I don't stop in the middle of my interviews. She said Visa did not put his hands on me.
Mm-hmm.
That don't mean he didn't hit the other two. He could have knocked the holy shit out of the other two, but that's not her part. She's not telling a story. She's telling her story. She said he did not put his hands on me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
Okay.
personally, I just don't feel comfortable telling nobody else. Like
Right. And I
that's not
get
my.
that. I get that.
Yeah.
Because clearly Yusuke said he put his hands on her. She said that over and over and over again. As far as Nakabi, I've never heard Nakabi say Visa touched her. But Yusuke said out of her own mouth that he hit her.
She
Okay.
did say that.
Okay,
Yeah.
we got that cleared up, right? Is Scorpio muted? Hold on, I'm sorry. Scorpio's not muted, is she? Is Scorpio muted? Admits. Why is Scorpio muted? Why did you get muted? First of all, don't demand nothing. I'm taking care of it. Why did Scorpio get muted? I didn't mute her. Okay, I'm gonna mute you, Scorpio. Hold on, let me go find you. You gotta hold on, y'all. Let me find her real quick. Scorpio Queen, right? That's what y'all talking about? Oh, Miss Curtis, why did you mute her? She must have said something. What did she say, Miss? I'm unmuted, but what did she say, Miss Curtis? Because me and Scorpio Queen are cool. She normally don't say nothing. It was an accident. Okay, my daughter is in here, so don't trip, y'all. She got y'all back, okay? And my daughter know who to mute, and who not to mute. There's a lot of things. As long as everybody's respectful to me and to my guest, we're fine, okay? Now, whatever y'all cuss each other out about in the comments, I don't have nothing to do with that. I'm not here to protect the comments. I'm here to protect Angel and me, okay? But whatever's going on in these comments, no, we didn't say that there was nothing wrong with thick. What my thing, and what I want to ask Angel, do you believe Visa honestly prefers a thicker woman?
Um. No. Like I mean, I straight asked him like, if you don't like thick girls, then why are you so like sexual towards me? And I'm obviously thick. Like, and
Right.
the way he explained it to me is that he doesn't like it, but the fact that he doesn't like it makes him weirdly attracted to it. Weird is the
That
word that he
sounds
used, but
stupid as fuck. He likes thick
yeah,
girls and he don't
like a
get it.
fetish. I don't know. It's almost like somebody that has a fetish for something, but like they feel like embarrassed or
Thank you, baby.
yeah, that's the word that I would say for it. It's like a fetish, I guess you could say.
We unmuted you, female hustler. You're unmuted. Aren't you Scorpio? You got unmuted. I unmuted you. Okay? Come on, y'all. He did say that, Tiffany. Okay, I'm not going to answer no questions. Okay. So, questions and concerns and complaints, customer service will be open after the interview. Okay. So, now I got some questions. We're going to get into some things. And if you don't want to answer the question, just say that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to answer the question, just say it, okay? Now, my question is this. I cuss all day long, Queen Brown Sugar. You know that. My mouth is the potty mouth. And I never get muted. I never get muted. But, anyways, okay. So, you guys all were um, equally, how can I say this? You guys all equally had, you guys all had an equal relationship with each other, right? There was no one person like the other person more, right?
Um, you mean like him towards the wives, or you're talking about like us towards each other in him? Like,
You guys towards each. I'm gonna start off with you guys towards each other. Then I want to integrate him.
um, so I would say like me, I'm kind of like I'm new. Like I'm just here trying to vibe, see how everybody doing, meet everybody. Like I don't really have an opinion yet. Um, Nakabi already had a lot of animosity towards Yusuke because of her leaving and like telling all that shit the first time. So it was weird because like their relationship was very strained because of that. So they definitely got into quite a few arguments. They would seem to be cool for a moment, but then Nakabi would make it clear that she don't like Yusuke, she don't fuck with her. She feel like she a op, blah 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 blah. So they definitely had like a very strained relationship. Um, that's what I'll say.
Tiffany, they gonna kick you. I just got a thing. What's going on with Tiffany? What did Tiffany do? If we don't believe her, we don't believe her. Um, I'll unmute you in a minute, Tiffany. But you got, I told you, Tiffany, not hold your tongue, but don't just chill out. It's not all. Y'all want me to kick Tiffany? Tiffany's being disrespectful. Oh shit. Well, hold on. Do you mind if I pause the interview for just a minute?
Oh no, you fine.
We're gonna pause it. We're gonna take an interview. We're gonna take a intermission. Hold on. Tiffany, what's the problem, baby? Let me go on and talk to Tiffany real quick. Because Tiffany, from my understanding, the comment said you was in love with Visa at one time. Now, this is not your interview. And if you ever want to, if you want to talk about it separately, we can, because this is Angel's time. But I'm going to go ahead. We're going to take a quick intermission and I'm going to go ahead and dress you. So I'm going to bring you up. Come on up, baby. Hi, love. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Hi, love. How are
Why
you
was I muted
doing?
in the comments?
Hi, love. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Why are you so hostile, baby?
I'm not hostile. I'm just being honest.
No. Well, you can be honest without being so aggressive.
I
I
don't
didn't
think
know
I
you.
was being aggressive. I
You,
didn't swear
you,
once or
you.
call anybody out of their name. I'm
Oh,
just
hold on a
saying what's
minute.
coming to my mind.
Okay, I said hi. How are you doing twice, and you ignored me until I wouldn't answer your question.
Okay, I apologize. I guess that was rude.
I don't have no animosity. I don't have no. I don't. I've talked to you before. I've talked to you on Yusuke's live before. And I believe at one time, weren't you her admin?
Yes.
Okay, do you remember when I came up and told the story about Visa when he took my money?
Yes.
That's me. Okay, so there's no animosity between me and you, correct?
Okay.
Okay, because you acting a little angry and you know me, and just like you can get crunk, I can get more than crunk. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We can either act like young women or I can act like a hood bitch. You choose whatever you want from me. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So what's wrong? Because let me ask you a question really quick. Are you still in communication with Visa?
No.
Okay. Now, what's going on in the comments? Why are you so angry?
I'm not angry. I was just saying my opinion in the comments. That's why I'm getting angry because you guys keep telling me I'm angry, but I'm not angry.
You guys,
I mean, you just said I was angry. People in the comments are saying I'm angry. So I'm saying you guys are telling
I'm
me
not
I'm
talking
angry, and
about
I'm
the
not
comments that
angry.
you were making in the comments. I'm talking about when you approached my panel and came up. You just sounded a little angry, love.
Well, I
That's
was
all.
annoyed. I wouldn't
That's
say
all.
angry, but I was a little annoyed. And
Okay, I can understand
you
being
kind
annoyed.
of, said, Tiffany, get it together. And I got it together. So I apologize if I was rude.
Okay,
I was
baby.
rude. So I apologize.
Okay, okay. So you're just stating your opinion in the comments, and you feel like they're misunderstanding you. You're being misunderstood right now, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't bother me if I'm being misunderstood from strangers. You know what I'm saying to you? So I just gonna
Right.
keep doing my thing. The people who
Oh,
get it. The people who don't. So it doesn't really bother me that much.
okay. And let me explain to everybody. Tiffany, this is Tiffany's attitude, y'all. This is just the way she is. She really don't mean no harm. I've talked to her before myself, and you guys know I can be a bit abrasive myself, but this is just how she is. She's not doing it to be angry or mean, but that's just her
I'm
personality.
Caribbean. We're just straight like that.
You know.
You
Well,
know?
everybody from the Caribbean, we're just gonna say that's your personality, okay?
Okay. Hmm.
Let's because us as women sometimes, depending on what type of job title we hold too, we can have that tone in our voice too.
But I'm
Because
not trying to make an excuse. It doesn't bother me if you guys think I'm being angry or abrasive. Like, that's the
Mhm.
thing. I don't need you to be okay with that. You're a stranger. Like, you're just a person in the comments. We're all doing our own thing. So, yeah.
Okay, but you just got irritated. Well, then you shouldn't have got irritated by being muted. The same way you feel. Maybe she felt like she was honestly muting you. I don't
Okay.
know.
That
I'm not
makes
gonna comment.
sense.
You know what I mean? Everybody feel how they
Yeah.
feel. You can't. I don't take this shit personal. You can't take it. If you got muted, oh goddamn, I got muted. Okay, fuck it. I get muted all the time. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. They mute me all the time. I'm like, oh well, I got muted today. So what? Not a biggie. Okay. But that's all I wanted to know. I didn't know if you had because I know you said you thought she was lying, and that's fine. You can think she's lying, but there's nothing that she said that's really against Visa. Now she could have said some shit. She didn't say anything and throw him under
No,
the
I
bus.
think she's lying about the abuse. I feel like there definitely was some
Oh,
hitting and stuff like that going on. You must have heard something or
I didn't
felt some
ask her
type
that
of
question.
energy, you know.
Tiffany, I didn't ask her, did she hear it? I said, did she see it?
Yeah.
So he could have been beating the shit out of somebody in the room, but if she didn't see it with her own eyes, she said she didn't see it. She could have heard it. I didn't ask that question. I was very selective as to the questions I asked her because there may be a reason why she does not want to answer certain questions because he was in jail for certain things, and we're going to get into that. Okay?
Okay.
But we don't know who's a part of an open investigation or anything. So you never know what's going on with people. That's why people are selective as to some of the things they say sometimes. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean,
All
I just
right.
feel like certain stuff is not my like that's not my vibe. Like I'm not gonna be on here telling another woman's story. Like
Sure.
if
Correct.
Yusuke want to get on here and give her account, if Nakabi want to get on here and give their account, then I feel like that's their right to speak on. I'm not gonna just take it upon myself to discuss something, that don't just involve me.
Absolutely. Okay, Tiffany, I'm gonna let you down, baby. All right. Hold on a minute.
Well,
Hold on. Box two, you gotta go. I don't know what you're doing up here. Okay, go ahead, baby.
so I was just trying to help you, get back to the interview, which is the most important thing, that's going on the panel right now. But everybody is more than welcome to state their own opinion and ask any questions you may want to ask. However, all questions will be answered after the interview, and everybody also needs to be respectful of Angel and her story. As she already stated multiple times, she's telling her story, not anyone else's. So if a question pertains to someone else, she will answer to what pertains to herself and not as to what pertains to someone else. So everybody is more than open, to their own opinion. We can go ahead and unmute Tiffany, but if there are any further, if anything is seen that maybe look disrespectful, then of course admins are going to go ahead and do what they need to do moving forward.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you so much for that, admin. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. And
Thank
everybody
you.
just needs to be, respectful of Angel and her time as well. But I'm dropping down.
Okay. Oh, geez. Okay, thank you. She's such a sweet admin. I just love her to death. I had her when I was 16, you know? Okay, moving right along. Moving right along. Hey, Haitian Voodoo King. Okay, so now you gave, an account of what a day and a life is like with Visa inside the house. Okay, we got that. We were talking about him and his likes of, or maybe his preferences as far as, thick women versus smaller women. And you said that he appeared to be attracted to you because, of how he showed it, emotionally. Okay, we got that. Now, what about the women inside the house? Like you said, you and Yusuke shared a room, right?
Hmm.
Are, are, because I was reading the comments when I shouldn't have been. Now, I have a question. They're saying that Nakabi is a known lesbian, but she has a husband. Okay, so that makes her bisexual. Do you mind stating your sexual preference?
I'm definitely bisexual. Yeah.
You're bisexual as well. Okay, what about Yusuke? Do you know?
Um, to my understanding, she straight. That's what she identifies as, if I'm not mistaken. But based off of the conversations we had, that's not her thing.
I want to be respectful and tell your husband I want to be respectful, but I do want to ask a question. Is it okay? Can I ask a question? And if you don't want to answer it, or if he feels like no, Cherry, that's doing too much, just let me know. Okay. Was there ever a time that all three of you guys had sex together?
Um, uh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I could
Okay.
say yeah.
Okay.
Definitely can't go into detail because
No, we're
you
not
know
going to go into
it
detail. We're not going to go into
is.
detail. Okay.
Hmm.
And he was okay with that, though, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Now, at any time, did you ever get a sense that he might like men or he's interested in men? I'm looking for Tiffany now, you
Honestly,
guys.
no. Like the sketchiest thing I seen was like videos of him like talking to Nature Boy, and like I felt like the interaction was weird. Um, but I personally never seen him say or do anything whilst I was there that gave off those vibes.
Okay. So you never heard of him jacking off to any of the trans here on Bigo?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like I heard like like I heard certain accounts. But as far as like me personally talking to him, me personally living with him, like I didn't see anything there that made me think that. Um, yeah, but I definitely
Okay.
did hear about some of the stuff he had got into on Bigo.
I'm trying to find Tiffany's name now, and for some reason I'm scrolling back up in the comments and I don't see it.
Yeah,
Um,
I didn't see anything while I was there.
So you never got a vibe that he liked women. That's what you're saying. I mean that he liked men, right? Or trans.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
But you did say something about him and Nature Boy. What happened with that?
Oh yeah, it was just like before I had went out there, people, like I said, some people were sending me stuff or bringing up certain things, and I had seen a video where he was like on live with Nature Boy, and Nature Boy was just saying some weird ass shit to him, and he kind of was like, I don't know, like he was going with it, and like me personally, I felt like that's not how heterosexual men behave that I'm used
Mhm.
to. Um, so I did ask him about that, and he said that it was just for entertainment. Um, yeah.
Okay, so I got another question. Did you ever feel like possibly Visa could have had feelings for Nature Boy other than just his guru?
Um, again, for that video, that that shit always kind of gave me weird vibes. Like, but
What was it?
after me personally talking to him, it was like they were like lining, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I can't remember exactly what Nature Boy was saying to him, but it was something about like needing a friend, needing a close, intimate friend to be there for him, and some shit like that. Like it just was weird. It was giving way too emotionally intimate. Um, yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I could remember like the exactly what he was saying, but it was something to do with like Nature Boy saying that he need a special type of friend or some shit like that, and then Visa being like, "Yeah, I do need that," or some shit, and I'm like, "What is this? Like, what is going on here?" Um,
So
yeah,
so if Visa would have came out to you that he was bisexual, would you have been okay with that?
yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you, no. Um, that might be hypocritical, but considering I'm bisexual, but me personally, that's not my thing. So yeah, nah, I wouldn't have been cool with that if you telling me that you really be intimate with other men. Um, yeah, I ain't got time for that.
Wow.
hmm
Wow, wow. Okay. So, okay, so you guys are all in the house together, y'all chilling, y'all, having sex, and everybody's okay, it's flowing. When did the problems start to arise? When were you noticing like, damn, there's a lot of shit going on around here, a lot of problems? When did those start to arise?
Um,
How long
honestly,
after you were there?
uh, okay, so honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of some red flag. Like as soon as I got there, it was certain shit that just was off. Like I said, like the whole money thing that was weird to me. Um, not just the what's gonna call it, not just the dab stuff, the wax, but also like at one point he had came to me talking about they was behind on the rent, and I had to kind of assist in that area, which is cool because I'm gonna be staying here. But I just thought it was weird. Like, why would you take on a whole other wife and stepchild if this is the position that y'all in? Like, why wouldn't you, or at least inform me of this before I got out here? Like to me that kind of just came across irresponsible. So we had a disagreement about that. Like I said, there was the whole issue with us, like literally the next day, us being intimate, and then they got pissed about it. That was weird. It just it was weird. They were still having arguments about like with you said leaving the first time, and like all the videos and stuff that she made, like it was kind of like, how do I put it? I don't know if bullying her is the right word. Like it's like they was kind of like dangling it over her head of like, this is what you did. Like this is your fault. Like every time somebody, it'd be times where he would get off live and he was pissed because people were like talking shit about him and accusing him of being a woman beater and all this stuff. And so like he would get off the live and be like, "This is your fault. Like you went and said all this shit and blah blah blah. Now look at this." Like, yeah. So it just that was weird. There was constantly arguments resurfacing about her first time leaving and the fallout of that. Um, yeah. It just it was dysfunctional. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was dysfunctional out the gate. And then obviously like he got arrested 3 weeks into me being there because of the shit that happened before. So yeah, it it was dysfunctional from day one to the very last day.
Wow, that's a lot to deal with.
Hmm.
So it was dysfunctional, but you and him still maintained a decent relationship between the two of you guys, right?
Yeah, I can honestly say like it was a few times we bumped heads. Um, yeah, it was a few times we bumped heads just because I wasn't used to like certain stuff. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like again, like with the exercising, being up super early for no reason, and doing all this, like it was stuff that we bumped heads on. But overall, we didn't really have no major issues or arguments. Um, but I definitely feel like if I would have stayed there for longer, it probably would have been problems. Oh, I guess the biggest disagreement that we had is about a week after me going out there, my grandmother passed away. Um, and she was pretty much my mother. She got custody of me when I was only 1 years old, so she was my mom. And I wanted to go to her funeral, but he said I couldn't go. So that was like the biggest argument that I would say that we had. Other than that, it was cool between us.
Okay. So, okay, moving forward from that point, let's talk about what happened. Let's not worry about the comments. Don't worry about the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Angel,
Oh.
don't worry about the motherfucking comments. Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'm gonna tear their ass up in a minute. Just give me a minute. Because I got some things I want to say. Okay. Thank you, baby. Moving forward, let's talk about what happened when the whole all everybody's on live and the whole shit blew up. Let's talk about that.
What you mean? With everybody?
The day that he went to jail, or the days leading up to him go to jail. Explain to me what happened first. How was Yusuke acting the days before he went to jail? Thank you, baby.
Well, it actually kind of took place over the course of multiple days. Um,
Right.
because the
Let's get to
first,
that.
like, basically what happened was, like somebody had knocked on the door, so I went to go see who it was, and it was Children's Services accompanied with the cops, and they asked for Yusuke. Obviously, they said her government name. So they asked for Yusuke. So I went downstairs and got Yusuke because she works from home in the basement. So she went up there and talked to them. They only wanted to talk to her. So we're not out there. We really don't know what they saying with her. We just waiting for her to come back in and tell us what was said. So when she comes back in and tells us, she's like, my grandmother sent a wellness check because like we said earlier, when she found out I was gonna be a wife, she just jumped up and left overnight, and she didn't tell her family nothing like that. Um, and I guess like she had talked to her grandma once or twice since she was out
Mm,
there, but like she stopped responding to her for whatever reason. And so this is what Yusuke is telling us. Um, so her grandmother had a wellness check ordered for her. Um, cool. So they left, whatever. Then they came back again. I don't remember if it was the very next day or the day after, but they came back again. Children's Services and the cops. They asked for Yusuke again. They want to talk to her. Um, but this time they're like digging. Like they don't just want to. Oh, they made Jordan come out and talk to them. Um, they were saying that they heard there was another child in the house, so I had to bring my daughter out to show them. Well, at first we just sent my daughter out with Yusuke to, show her that she's cool or whatever. But then they're like, oh yeah, we heard there's other women in the house. Like, so we all had to put our niqabs on and go out there and talk to them and tell them that we was cool, everything like that. And they left. And then the third day they came back again, but this time it was just the cops. And so apparently he had warrants for some other shit that he had going on, and they arrested him. Well, actually, the cops cuffed him, but we had to wait for the marshals to get there because it was some whole extra stuff. So we sitting in front of the house for like 2 hours waiting for the marshals to get here. So
Why do the marshals have to come? Normally, when the marshals come, that means they're looking for you in more than one place. I
yeah,
know because the marshals came to my ass.
yeah. So I don't know the details of what his initial crime was or anything like that, but he apparently
Fugitive.
had warrants from a whole nother state and he wasn't supposed to leave. Like he was
Mhm.
on probation or something like that, and he left. So they came and got his ass. Like I guess when the grandma gave the information, she gave like his address and his actual government name, and
Yeah.
so that's how they pulled up all his info and stuff. But I ain't gonna lie to you, like without getting too much into her business, I ain't gonna lie to you. I do kind of feel like it was more to that situation. Like I don't think that the grandma just happened to do a wellness check, because you got to keep in mind that I've been out here 3 weeks and she was out here almost 2 months before I got here. So it is kind of weird that you've been out here for months and you said you spoke to her and then all of a sudden she does a wellness check. Um, because like literally right before all this had happened, they got into a big ass disagreement and she packed all her shit
Uh,
and like sat all her shit by the door and was like finna leave. And she ended up deciding to stay. And then the next day, a wellness check pops up. So I don't know
mm,
if when she got into it with him, I don't know if she called her granny or somebody and was like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm leaving, blah, 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 whatever. And so that's what prompted her grandma to do the wellness check. But we all
mm.
kind of felt sketchy. Like, I don't know. It just seemed like it was more to it than what she was saying.
So once that happened, what happened the day the police got there?
You talking about the final
Was
day?
they had right? You said they handcuffed him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did they take him off right away? You said it was 2 hours before the marshals. So did the marshals actually arrest him?
Yeah, so they detained him. Like when the cops came that third day, they made him step outside and they kind of told him like what the situation was. They put him in cuffs, sat him in the car, but they couldn't like take him until the marshals got there. Like, so that's why we was sitting there.
Wow.
He was just sitting in the back of the car until they got there.
Okay, so what did the police? The police had to come tell you we're arresting him for yada 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 yada. What did they tell you they were arresting him for?
So actually, no. I wasn't out there. Like when they came that third time, I believe Nakabi actually answered the door that time, and then they asked for him. So he stepped outside and was talking to them. So I'm still in the house. Next thing I know, Nakabi's coming in there telling me like, like they arrested him, blah blah blah. So by the time I realized what was going on, he was already in handcuffs walking to the car. So I don't know what their reason was. Like I didn't hear them give the reason.
All
But
right,
after I asked
and you never.
Nakabi and them about it, afterwards, that's when it got explained to me, and then I talked to him on the phone a few days later. So that's when it got broken down to me.
Okay, okay, great, 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 great. Damn, that's crazy. Okay, so then he goes to jail. Do you talk to him after he goes to jail?
Mhm. Yeah. So I did talk to him. I would say we maintained contact for about maybe 2 weeks, a week or something like that after he went to jail. But
Mm-hmm.
then I lost contact with him, which I really never knew why. But after he's been released, come to find out the reason why we lost contact was because I guess people had told him that I wasn't wearing my niqab, and I guess I was showing cleavage on Bigo, some shit like that. So that's why he stopped talking to me.
Who told him that?
That's what I'm saying. Like he never
Did he
would
tell you who
say
told him that?
no. He wouldn't tell me who said it. Like but I don't know. It really could have been anybody. He got so many people on the app that communicate to him, and he got a lot of people
Okay.
that gift him that stay in his rooms all the time. So it could have been Nakabi. It could have been anybody. Like I really don't know. Um.
So so the day he went to jail, were you and Nakabi still cool?
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. And what about Yusuke? Were you guys both still cool with her, or did she just pack up her shit and leave?
So Nakabi sat Yusuke shit out the house. Because so like I said,
Wow. Go ahead.
um, it was weird. Okay, so when it happened, like the marshals pulled off with him, Nakabi got in her car and followed them, and so now it's just me and Yusuke in the house, and Yusuke ain't want to follow them. So I mean, it ain't my car, it's Yusuke's car. So I'm like, okay. Long story short, Yusuke started going through like all of his shit. Like she went through like his little Apple Watch, his computer, all that shit. And I guess she seen some stuff that she ain't like. So from that moment, she just started acting weird as fuck. Like she packed all her stuff again. She quit her job. She started trying to like pick fights with me. Like it was weird. Like she just started acting weird as fuck. And then I guess to top it off, like I'm trying to figure out what's relevant, what's not relevant. Like there was an incident where she asked Nakabi if she could have something to remember him by. And
Who's
when Yusuke, like she asked Nakabi if she could have something to remember him by. And when she asked what is it, she gonna say a audio interface. So it just was weird. Like, why is that what you want to remember him by? Anyways, point is, it was weird vibes. It was weird vibes. So then, like I said, him and her had got into it, and then the next day the cops show up trying to do a wellness check. So everybody was kind of sus. Like everybody kind of felt like she had something to do with it. And Nakabi just got to the point where she was like, "Fuck it." Like I said, Yusuke left, so she packed all her shit up, had it ready to go. Um, and then she left, I guess, to like I don't know, I don't know what she did, but she said she was gonna be back, and she left. And while she was gone, Nakabi was like on the phone talking to Venoms, one of one of his gifters, and like in the midst of the conversation, she's like, "No, fuck that. This bitch gotta go. This bitch not coming back in my house." And so she took all of Yusuke's stuff and sat it outside the door. Um, so that's kind of what happened to Yusuke after that point. She took all of Yusuke's shit, locked her out, and that was that. Me at this point in time, this ain't my house. And I'm not Yusuke's biggest fan right now because, like I said, she started acting weird as fuck towards me, trying to pick a fight with me. So I'm like, I'm just mind my business. And yeah, so that's what happened with Yusuke. As far as what happened with me, she didn't necessarily kick me out directly. Like the conversation that we had was that we all leaving the house anyways. That was the conversation that was supposed to be. I don't know. It's weird because I don't know what's the truth and what's like just being presented a certain type of way. But when we talked about it, we all was gonna leave the house. She said she didn't feel comfortable staying there because the cops kept coming back there, trying to press her. I guess they came back like a fourth time trying to convince Nakabi to speak about the Yusuke situation. Because apparently the cops had came into the information that he was supposedly putting his hands on Yusuke. So they came back fishing again, trying to get Nakabi to come forth and say it. So she was saying, I don't feel comfortable staying here. And blah blah blah. whoop, whoop, whoop. So we was all supposed to be leaving the premises, and so that's why I went back to Ohio. Nobody sat my stuff out. Nobody kicked me out directly. It just was more of
Mm-hmm.
a I'm finna like the way Nakabi explained it is we got into the first to be out of here. Because I'm not paying no rent for next month. We got into the first to be out of here. I'm gonna pack all this shit up, put it in storage, and then I'm going back to my people's house. Either I'm going back to New York, I'm going down south, I'm going to Ohio, Yusuke going back to Cali or wherever the fuck she from. And yeah, so that's how that went.
Okay. All right. So did Nakabi put you out the house?
No, so that's what I'm saying. Like she didn't forcefully put me out the house. Like she just explained it to me that we all was gonna have to be out by the first because she wasn't paying rent for the next month. Um, like I don't know. Like again, it was so much stuff that wasn't told to me in detail. Like I said before he had got locked up, he told me they was behind on the rent for that month. So the month that I was there, they was behind on the rent already. So I don't know if it was a situation
They were getting
where
evicted.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't have the paperwork. She's the apparently the house is in her name. So I'm really in the dark. I'm not
Blessings.
gonna lie to you. And I just got there. So I'm really in the dark. I don't know if they was getting evicted. I don't know if she just knew they was gonna get evicted. She didn't have the money. So she was just gonna cut her losses since he wasn't there anyways. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it was just bullshit to get us out the house. All I know
You
is
should.
she said
Okay.
we gonna be out first. Yeah.
We're gonna stop right there. Okay, y'all. So we're nowhere near done with this interview. FYI, you know she's pregnant. We're gonna get into that tea. There's some more stuff that we got to get into. But this is what I want to do. Admits, if comments, you need to have my badge on, and you need to give some beans because what's gonna happen if you don't have my badge on or you have not gifted, they're getting ready to kick the fuck out of you. Hold up before y'all kick. Do not kick Fallen Soldier. Do not kick Muna. And there's one more. Fallen Soldier is not to ever be kicked. Ever, 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 ever. Muna, don't kick Muna because that is her family. Thank you. And there's one more. Hold on, Muna. Who's? Hey, thank you, First Lady. What's the friend's name, Muna? Because we getting ready to start kicking. Because y'all getting on my nerves. Hood Mama is her family. Sorry, Hood Mama is actually her mother. I know that. Don't kick Hood Mama.
Who do
Is
mama?
Muna your friend? Is Muna your friend, Angel?
Yeah, Muna cool. She
Don't.
cool.
Okay, listen. Muna's cool. Okay,
I
Hood.
wouldn't say
Don't
she
kick
my
Hood
friend,
Mama.
but she
Muna.
cool. Like I ain't got no issues with her.
Right. Muna and Hood Mama are getting into it. That's y'all beef. We ain't got nothing to do with that. Okay. But
Oh. Oh.
y'all need to go on and settle that.
Oh, my
Don't
bad,
kick
y'all. I'm
Muna.
not
Don't
really
kick.
paying attention to the comments, so I didn't even know. My bad. I mean, if they
Right.
down
Right.
there,
Right. Right. Nikki, make sure you follow me. Let me make sure I'm following Nikki. Miss Nikki. Don't kick Miss Nikki with the 8 balls in her name. She come in and out my live all the time. Hold on. But there's some people that you can go ahead and get rid of. Because y'all getting on my nerves. I'm trying to give an interview and y'all over here acting like little ass kids. And I don't have time for it. I wasn't even tripping off the gifts. But y'all over here acting like little ass kids. I got to keep stopping the interview for what? You know what? Don't kick them. Let me kick them. If I see something I don't like, I'm just kicking you the fuck up out of here, period. Okay? Because you guys not going to get, y'all not going to work my motherfucking nerves today. Period. Y'all not gonna work my nerves. Tiffany, you on the tip of getting kicked because you just getting on my nerves. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just tell you how I feel. You getting on my fucking nerves, girl. You doing a little too much. You know, you just doing a little too much, girl. You just doing a little too much. Calm the fuck down. You must need some pussy or dick. I don't know which one it is, but I need you to go get a vibrator and get that off and then come back and holler at me. Okay? Because I just can't take it. I need you to woo-saw, smoke some weed, get some sex. That'll calm that ass on down. I'm just saying. I don't know which one you prefer, but whichever one it is between the dick and the pussy or the dildo, go grab it. And go on and get you one in real quick. Smoke some weed and come back and holler. You'll be okay after that. Because you a little rigid. I'm just like, God damn. Calm the fuck down. I'm going to keep it 100. Like, I get it. Baby girl, I get it. I know, but you just like, what you so mad for? Okay? Shit. Couldn't be one of my wives. I'd have been handled that attitude. You'd be smiling from here to here like, hey, y'all. What's going on? You wouldn't give a fuck about this interview. Anyways, it doesn't bother me if you kick me. I'm just going to record it on my own. I don't care about you, everybody. And if you do commentary on it, make sure you put it on YouTube, okay? Okay? Because you know there's a such thing called a key room live, right? Right? If I really want to be a bitch, I can go to a key room live. If I really want to be a triple bitch, I could pay her enough not to interview with anybody. I got it like that. Oh, yes. So you gonna be nice? I don't care about you recording. If I did, I would have did this on YouTube. Because I can go live on YouTube. I could have did this on YouTube. Okay? That's for everybody. I'm not just talking about Tiffany. I'm talking about everybody who tripping. Calm it the fuck down. I'm not, but it just got to be a bit much. I'm like, what's going on? What's wrong? What's wrong, babe? She needs something in her life. I don't know. Okay. I know, Scorpion. Scorpio. I know. What's the issue? What's the issue? Tell me what the issue is. But y'all know I'm aggressive, though. God is right. Y'all know I'm aggressive, but I love my women. I promise you I do. But when you get to cutting up like that, there's something else going on, baby. It ain't got nothing to do with Bigo, okay? I'm just saying. She reminded me of my ex-wife. She was trying to remind me of my ex-wife. I think that's what was triggering me. I think I was getting a little triggered. Just a little bit. She was acting like a little Jin Jin. I can't take no Jin Jins right now. Okay. Anyways, y'all. Okay. So, uh-oh. Muna got muted? Why did Muna get muted, sister? Oh, shit. If my sister say you can't come off, you can't come off. What did she say? What did she say? What did she say, sister? Why did Muna get muted? Y'all is tripping. Girl, I told you this Visa interview got their panties in a bunch. Nikki. Uh-oh, something didn't happen. What did she say? Muna called Angel a liar? I mean, if she said that she didn't see no abuse, because that's what y'all holding on to. Big mad. They big mad. I can't argue with you.
They ain't trying to let go of that.
You big man. She was prepared. Oh. Muna was promoting her live in the comments. Oh, yeah, we don't do that. Muna, where's Muna at? Muna, was you really doing that, girl? Was she promoting her live? How many oh, you girl, you got 47. I can help you promote if you need promotion, Muna. Is you need promotion? Hold on, let me give you something real quick. What's going on? Come on up.
First
I
of
invited you up. Come
all,
on.
I'm going to say this one time and one
Wait
time
a
only.
minute.
All of you.
Excuse me. Did you come up here and say first of all, bitch? Did you just address me and say first of all? Now you done fucked up. First of all, get your attitude together. Go and pray or whatever the fuck you need to do. First of all, bitch. Okay? I don't know who in the fuck you think you're talking to. Have a nice night. Anybody else would like to come up and visit Miss Cherry tonight? She just got a permanent block. She'll never come in my life again, ever. I don't know how you can be friends with that little bitch because I would have snatched her by her throat and slapped the fuck out of her. Okay,
She wasn't really my
I'm
friend.
gonna be
Like I
nice.
just know her from around the Muslim community.
Anybody else want to come up and visit Miss Cherry tonight? Anybody else? That's your friend, but she called you a liar the whole time. Block that bitch.
You know,
Don't even.
she's
I
not
mean,
my friend.
recorded. We did record this interview. You guys welcome. Hood Mama, I'm sorry you had to deal with that love bug. But I just thought that y'all was gonna get it together, like women do. Oh, she said she wasn't her friend. I would have kicked her a long time ago.
Yeah, I just
No,
said she
Fallen
cool
Soldier, you.
because she usually cool. I ain't never had no problems with her, but like we not friends.
She's probably jealous. She did keep promoting her live up in here, and I ignored it. Tell me we gonna go live after this. Ooh, my live's gonna be lit, bitch. Your live, I'll shut your live down. Play with me. Who got VIP points who want to sell them? Who got VIP points who want to sell them? Do y'all know what VIP points do? I know she did, and I ignored it. Life with Lauren, I ignored it because she don't hardly have no motherfucking quota. I was gonna get a bitch her quota this month. Hit me in my inbox. Cause she can go make a new page. Anyways, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I apologize. We let her slide because we thought that she was Angel's friend, but now she can go live and talk her shit. Tell her I said do her big one. Because don't nobody know who the fucking Muna is. Don't nobody and no won't nobody with them beings, nobody will ever know who a fucking Muna is. And keep playing with me, bitch. You gonna have to make a whole new page, a whole new name, and go beg another agency. Shit. Anyways, over here, I don't know who in the fuck she thought she was. Okay, back to the interview at hand. So, okay, this Negro goes to jail because we know, Visa got some ways that we don't agree with, okay? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you done dealt with this Negro bullshit. So you like, damn, I done ran into another Negro. I got to deal with his, mess. But okay, I'm gonna roll it out because I think this might be good for me. But then he goes to jail. Then it's 2 weeks. You don't talk to him at all. Then the head wife or the first wife, says she's moving and shit. So you like, all right, I'm gonna get my shit and go. So then is that when I seen you at the motel?
Yeah. So
The motel.
um yeah, so that's pretty much how that happened. Like a few days after he got locked up, she had already started making plans. Like she had started ordering U-Hauls and doing all this shit and making calls to get all the stuff moved out the house and figure out where she was going after us. So this is why I was stressing that when we was having a conversation, it was explained like we're leaving, you know, to the point where she took me to she dropped me off at the bus station, everything, gave me hugs, gave me salams, we'll keep in touch. We gonna link back up and do this. It was all good. It wasn't no problems. We even kept in communication when cause how I ended up at the hotels because I went to my mother's house. I went to move back in with my mother because, I left my job. I left everything to come out here. And my grandmother had passed away, so I ended up having to go be with my mom. Mind you, I've pretty much never lived with my mom because she has serious issues. She has very serious issues. And amidst one of her episodes, she ended up setting all my shit out. So that's who actually set my stuff out, my mom. Um
Wow.
yeah. And so obviously I wasn't expecting her to do that. Nobody was expecting her to do that. So and she did it damn near in the middle of the night. Um so at the time that she did that, none of the shelters are open. I'm calling, none of the shelters are open. The police are calling, like everything. None of the shelters are open. So this is how I ended up. I mean, not open. They're not. They're full to capacity. So there's no open beds. So that's how I ended up staying in hotels. So that's where it kind of got weird to me because Nakabi was still in the house. Um, at this time. So me and her talking the whole time. It's not like we cut each other off. He's still talking to me from jail. But he's talking to her more. So I'm getting most of the information secondhand through her. So, yeah, it was kind of weird to me that it's like you still sitting in the house. Mind you, I basically just paid y'all rent. Like, I basically just gave y'all rent money less than a week ago because I didn't know Visa was gonna go to jail. So I do kind of feel some type of way because it's like I done gave this nigga over $700 for his fucking dabs. I done gave damn near another $1,000 for the rent. And now a week later, I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna pay for a hotel tonight, and you still staying in the house. You know, like that did seem kind of weird to me. But when I brought it back up to her, she's like, "I'm not even staying here. Like almost all the stuff is out the house. I'm on my way out the door too." So that's the excuse that I'm being given as to why I can't come back there. But yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel like that's kind of fucked up. Like I gave y'all almost $2,000 in the course of me being out here, and I've only been here 3 weeks. You know, like I could see if I was there for months or whatever the case may be. I've only been there for 3 weeks, so I feel like it shouldn't be no reason why I'm out here asked out or in a situation that I'm in, and you can't. You feel me? Like it just kind of felt like you wasn't trying to look
Right.
out for me.
You weren't even trying to help me or nothing, right? You just
Exactly.
threw me and my daughter out. Basically, you didn't throw us out, but you gave us a choice, an ultimatum, where there was really no ultimatum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it was just leave. It was sink or swim.
Exactly. And she did eventually leave. To her credit, she did leave, but she stayed there for weeks. Like she stayed there for a few more weeks. She didn't just up and leave
They did.
like me and Yusuke had to. So,
Right. She said she did. I remember she was walking the dog and stuff. She said she was going to go back home.
mhm.
Okay, so at that point, were you weren't pregnant then, right?
No. Nope.
Okay. So how far along are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 5 months. 5 months pregnant.
Oh, congratulations, congratulations. Okay, so you got pregnant after Visa went to jail.
Yeah. Mhm. Yep.
Let's be clear. So you are not pregnant with Visa's baby.
Absolutely not. Nope. Thank God.
She's five
No.
months pregnant, y'all. She got pregnant after Visa went to jail. That is not Visa's baby.
Absolutely
Okay,
not.
so when did Visa find out that you were pregnant?
Um, I honestly don't know if he found out that I was pregnant or not. I talked to him after he got out briefly, and he knew that I was back with my ex, who is my current partner. Um, but I don't know if he knows that I'm pregnant or not. We didn't really get into it. I kind of just told him like I just told him what I just told y'all that I think it's basically fucked up how y'all played that situation. And it was just like a bunch of excuses like, oh, I only did that because of what I was being told, like because of what you said or what you did, blah blah blah, because of the whole supposedly niqab thing, right? That's why he stopped talking to me. It's because I wasn't wearing my niqab, um, and amongst other shit that people was telling him. So once I was seeing like it was gonna be no accountability, I kind of just was like, okay, cool, you got it, and that was the end of the conversation. So,
Okay. So your current partner is a man, of course, right?
mm-hmm. Yep,
Are you
yep.
two currently looking for a sister wife?
No, no. I'm cool on polygamy. I ain't gonna lie to you. That wasn't my first experience with polygamy. But I honestly feel like it's probably gonna be my last. I'm not gonna lie to you. That just
Ah,
it's messy. Polygamy is relationships. Period are complicated already. But when you trying to put four people in one relationship, yeah, it's too much. It's not for me personally.
okay. So what plans do you currently have in the future for you, as far as, helping the community? Because I know you said that was a big portion of what you wanted to do.
hmm So
What
I
do you
think
currently have?
definitely in my few years of trying and attempting to do that, I've definitely learned that it really starts more so with self. Um, I personally think it's not all about just like getting a bunch of people together and then just running off into the woods and disappearing. Like like I've gotten more of a realistic approach to it. Um, so I definitely right now am more so focused on building up my business, building up my financial stability, um, and creating self sustainability so that moving forward I'll be able to actually link with a collective of people, and it's not just a bunch of people talking shit. It's like we can actually purchase land. We can actually build something on this land. We can actually invest into creating something that's truly sustainable. So that's the main thing that I'm working on right now.
Okay. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Well, congratulations on the new baby. Do you know what you're having yet?
Yes, a girl. It is a girl.
Yay. Yay.
Yep, I'm definitely excited. I wanted a boy, so I was a little irritated at first, but I'm actually excited to have another girl.
I am too.
Mm-hmm.
I am too. So I do have a few more questions for you. Yes, we're gonna have Q&A in a minute. Just 1 minute, y'all. We almost there. How does your new husband, your new partner feel about the baby?
He's excited, so it's gonna be his first kid. So of course
Wow.
he's super excited. Um, yeah, like he's very happy. We're making a lot of plans together. Um,
Okay.
definitely gonna do a lot of things different this time than what I did with my daughter. So,
Yes.
yep, we're looking into birthing centers and all kinds of stuff like that.
Do you have a CA?
A cash app? Oh,
Yes.
I was not supposed to say it, was I? Yeah, yeah.
Can you go ahead and put it in the comments for me, please? If anybody would like to CA this young lady, anything to help her with her newborn baby, or anything just to help her, go ahead and she's gonna put it in the comments, and we'll stream it across a few times. Go ahead and help her out. $1, $2, 5, 10, whatever you guys want to give her, because she's been so open and honest with us, and I really, really do appreciate her and her giving us her time and her patience. You guys can screenshot it. It's Angel Bates 33. And with that being said, we're going to open up the floor to Q&A, questions, concerns, or complaints. We thank you so much, Angel. I know it took a lot for you to tell your story, not only about Visa. Yes, you guys can get in the queue. Not only about Visa, but about Nature Boy, how it ties in about your first baby's father, who actually was a Nature Boy supporter and then started his own, you know, situation. And then he met somebody else, Yahweh Judah, and he started his own situation off of Nature Boy. And then you meet Visa, who calls itself Visa the Christ, who actually, how did Visa come up with their name? Really quick before we go into question Q&A.
Oh
How
yeah,
did Visa come up with the Christ? Let's get into that really quick. I'm sorry, you guys. How did Visa come up with that name? Can you please tell us?
yeah. So that is actually it's so crazy because, like I said, when I seen that video of him in Nature Boy, and I asked him like, "What's going on with this?" Um, he did say that they was doing all that for publicity or for entertainment, but he did end up saying that he does have a lot of respect for Nature Boy. In fact, the reason why he's the Christ is because of Nature Boy. Like Nature Boy is what made him realize that he was the prophet. And Nature Boy is actually the Antichrist or some shit like that. So So that's actually interesting. That's what sparked his epiphany that he was a prophet.
Okay. So there's that, you guys. There's that right there. And no, she's not pregnant by Visa. She's pregnant by her current partner. And make sure you tell him there were more questions that I wanted to ask, but I wanted to respect him to let him know I did have his best interest and the family's best interest because once things are recorded on the internet, no matter
Hmm.
if we scrub them or not, they're still there. Okay. And
Yeah,
I want to make
yeah.
sure your kids growing up, if they ever see this and mommy talking young and Miss Cherry, they'll know that I respected them, and their mom and their dad. Okay.
Hmm. Yep.
Okay. So we're going to
Yep. I
open up
definitely
for
appreciate that.
questions right now. We're actually going to open up customer service. And what Miss Cherry does with customer service is she opens up customer service for any questions, complaints, concerns, or comments. Okay. So this concludes our interview. Customer service is now open. If anybody would like to uh, address or come into customer service, jump in the queue and I will bring you up. Okay? You're okay with answering a few questions, Angel?
Yeah, yeah.
Questions, concerns, or complaints? Okay. So let's see. We have our first one here. Miss Nikki. Come on up, Miss Nikki, to box two. Hi, Miss Nikki.
Hello, how y'all doing? So
Wonderful.
Hello,
How
I'm
are
doing
you?
good. How you doing?
I'm okay. Congratulations again. But this is my
Thank
question
you.
to you. Did you know anything about Islam before you went there, or was you letting him teach you about Islam?
Honestly, no. Like, before, well, yeah, before I started talking to him, before I ever met him, I really didn't know much about Islam. I was pretty much only reading the scripture. I had never read the Quran, anything like that. So, yeah, most of what I had learned about Islam at the time was through Visa.
Okay, so you took Shahada for visa.
I wouldn't say for Visa, because essentially I fell in love with Islam before he ever even asked me to be a wife or came at me like
Mm,
that. Like I said, the our first introduction was literally just talking about Islam. Um, we never, it wasn't any inappropriate conversations or anything like that. So yeah, I first fell in love with the religion before even entertaining the idea of being with him.
okay, because I asked you that because the Prophet Muhammad, may peace be on him, was the last prophet,
Hmm.
and soon as he said he was an antichrist, I would have ran fast. I wouldn't have no more conversation for him.
He said
Cause
he
this
was the Christ. Correction. He's the Christ. Nature
oh,
Boy is the Antichrist.
right. Like that, like Jesus was a prophet. Like we don't hate Jesus. Like we just don't praise Jesus. We praise Allah. All right. So that's another question. I mean, that's what I had to say. So, and another thing, it's not bad because you know why it was bad for y'all? Because he had all of y'all living in the same house. He was supposed to be able to afford every last one of y'all.
Hmm.
Y'all were not supposed to be living under the same roof. If it was a duplex, that would have been something different. But all of y'all and then you sharing a room with someone else, no, that's not how Islam works. That's it's not.
Yeah. 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 I definitely know that. I definitely know that. But I do think overall, I think polygamy just ain't, it ain't for me. If I'm gonna
It's
be all
not
the way
for
honest, because
yeah, you're right. It's not for everybody. Don't get me wrong.
mhm,
It's not for everybody. But what
mhm,
I'm saying is if my husband I got a co-wife. Now what my husband do for her, he treat us equally. That don't
mhm.
mean when I say equally, they don't mean that if he go buy her house, he go buy me a house because I can already have a house. But he has to give me the same amount of money that he spent on her house, period.
Mhm.
So he can give
Yeah.
it to me in finances or he can give it to me however, but he has 3 hours, 3 days to give it to me. Now, and another thing, This how a lot of brothers get over on sisters. Sit downs was made for a reason. You have to have them 3 sit downs. You have to have a Wally or a Wakil. You have to,
Mhm.
because if you
Yeah.
don't, these brothers will gaslight you and put anything in your ear and have you saying and believing in whatever they tell you, and study for sisters picking up a book and knowing your rights as a Muslim and knowing your rights as a wife.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a fact.
So
That's a fact.
yeah, so you have to, it's certain things you have to learn. You have to learn this stuff on your own. Like you cannot let a man try to teach you, because you don't know what this man is teaching you. He could be undercoverly teaching you how to worship the devil and act like he's so, cause an overgarment or Israel through don't no garments make you a Muslim. What's in your heart make you a Muslim. And when on the day of judgment, and if it ain't no black spots on your heart, Allah is going to grant you paradise. If you have black spots on your heart, you're not going nowhere. Like I ask all my brothers and sisters, if you don't see me in Jannah, please ask for me.
Mhm.
So it's a lot of stuff that sisters don't know. Like you have more rights over your husband than your husband has over you.
Yeah, no. I definitely will say that a lot. Most of what I know about Islam now, I had to teach myself later. Or I teach myself throughout the relationship and afterwards. That's what I was saying. Before I even went out there, we had got into a big argument because I was learning certain stuff and asking questions about it, and he didn't like that. Um, and so I did kind of let him explain his way out of it, and I shouldn't have. But definitely now I have a much better understanding than what I did at the time. Um, but yeah, that is definitely why
Oh,
it's
okay.
important to have a wakil. That's why these things are important. Because you can't be manipulated or be wooed or swayed based off of that direct interaction.
Exactly, because I'm alhamdulillah, you made it out safe, and you know you have a family, you have a daughter now, so you definitely have to be careful who you take your daughter around. You have
Mm-hmm.
to be more mindful that you have a seed that you brought into this world and don't deserve the lifestyle because you want it. It might not be for her, it's not for her.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Because these
Okay.
men
Well,
out here
thank you.
touching these little girls like it ain't nothing. And I'm a drop, and thank you very much. But and you're a beautiful girl.
You're
You are
welcome.
beautiful. You're a beautiful girl.
Thank you. Thank you. No, I
You're
definitely
welcome.
appreciate it.
Hmm.
Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Nikki. Okay, the next person in the queue can come up.
Hi, hello. Hi, Cherry. I think this is such a great interview. I just wanted
Hey.
to say, hi, Angel. You're so beautiful, by the way. It's like my first time seeing your whole face.
Thank
I
you.
think, I was in the comments earlier, and maybe, I wasn't being the nicest, so I apologize. But I think a lot of
Hillary.
us were just, yeah, I'm Hillary. So a
Hillary.
lot of us were,
Why aren't you on your other page?
what?
Why aren't you on the Hillary
Oh,
page?
I have 1,000 pages. I'm a troll. This is like one of the
I
pages
know.
I use. Yeah, I know you know me, but yeah. So, well, okay, let me say this. I do apologize, but I think a lot of us, Cherry and Angel, were very confused because, and I understand that you don't want to speak on the other girls, but like Nakabi and Yusuke have both spoken about what took place, and it was very violent, it was very toxic, it was very
Yeah.
dysfunctional. But when you talk about it, I don't know if you're just numb to the trauma, but you make it seem like it was a walk in the park and you were on a Real Housewives show and you guys were just holding hands and singing Kumbaya, you know? You made it seem very peaceful and very zen.
um,
So I think that's
I
why people in
mean,
the comments were saying like Angel's a liar. I don't think you're a liar. I
mm-hmm.
just think that maybe you're numb to the pain and the trauma that it's became normal to you because your story sounds very different than theirs. Do you think that maybe were you like a favorite? Do you think out of the wives, maybe, and he treated you differently?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think a lot of factors go into that. First of all, keep in mind I was only there for 3 weeks, so it could have been a real possibility that if I was there longer, more things would have unfolded. Um, so that's a big thing. The Kabi has been with him for a long time. She never left him, to my knowledge. Yusuke has been out there before, left, came back again, even before I came. So
You were only
a
there
lot of
three
what they
weeks? Oh my
yeah, I was
God.
only there for 3 weeks before he got arrested. So that interrupted that. So they definitely have longer experience with him, which could play a part into it. Um and then also, like, we've had conversations about stuff like this too. And I was the youngest out of everybody. I was only 22. They
Mm-hmm.
were like in their 30s and stuff. So I was told by him and them that he was easier on me because I was younger. And
Okay.
I guess he felt like I was still
Okay,
learning and things of that
because
nature.
I
Mhm.
think the thing that was just a little confusing was like when Nakabi was on live, she said, I'm not effing taking care of her and her child. I told her to get out. So it was like that. I think that's where the confusion came in. And then I remember Nakabi also stating that Yusuke wanted to unalive herself in the kitchen with a butcher knife in front of her daughter. So,
That is true.
yeah. So a lot of these things that were being said, I'm just like, I don't think that, no shade, but I don't think that he could put on a different persona for you in those 2-3 weeks you were there. Like, did he just become a different person? Like, because I don't think he's the type that could like do that. And then also, did you guys not find it odd that he never wanted to spend time with you guys and he just locked himself downstairs on Bigo and just wanted to talk to Nature Boy and Dre Baby and all of the like the gay men on here? Did that not like surprise you, or was that not a red flag?
Um. Okay, so that was definitely a three-party
Sorry, it
question.
was a mouthful.
So
It was a three-part question.
sorry, y'all. I don't know why my
Um,
light keeps malfunctioning, but so as far as
that's a,
the difference in our experiences, again, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like a lot of it had to do with, why is my thing not? Hold on a second, y'all.
right. Hillary, you heard her say she was only there for 3 weeks.
I
Yeah, like
know,
I
but
was
I'm
only
saying,
there for
Cherry,
3 weeks.
like, how could he change his personality for 3 weeks? I feel like he's always gonna be the same. But I'm gonna let her talk.
And then if you, I
Drugs.
don't know if
I
you
can
was
answer
paying
that.
attention or
Drugs.
not, but I did say that it wasn't a complete walk in the park. It was, I said it was chaotic from day one up until the last day. There was a lot of
Mhm.
You did say
animosity still. I said that they definitely was holding shit over Yusuke's head about the first time that she left. They were arguing constantly. Me and him bumped heads. All I said was that he never put his hands on me. Like, it
Okay.
was never physically violent towards me. And yeah, I even said, like, at one point I was forced onto a diet. I was forced into a workout routine that was extreme as fuck. Um, so, like, it was definitely some bullshit that took
No
place.
shade, Angel. No shade. But Nakali can't be no nurse and they're behind on rent. That's crazy. She says she's a nurse, but I mean, nurses right now are making a minimum between 65 to $8,000 a month. So the fact that
Mhm.
they're behind on rent and their rent was only $2,100 a month, I'm just confused as to how they were behind on rent. What did she do for a living? I heard she was a
So
coordinator for a daycare.
so from what I seen, she actually was working. She worked from home
Hillary.
though, and she was doing like, what's that shit called? Like, when people have like mental disorders and they can like call in and
Oh, she
like
checks in people at the mental asylum, at the mental house.
she does something to do with like mental health, like health issue. Like, she answers
Oh, she's
calls and
not a
does shit on a
psychiatric nurse.
laptop.
I
She's
think
a psych
maybe
tech.
the
So
intake. She does the
She's a
intake
psych tech.
process. Maybe she's like a secretary or a coordinator or something like that.
something
She
like
does
that.
the intake. Have
Something
you
like
ever
that.
heard her
Like,
No.
diagnosing anyone or prescribing
No. No.
medication?
No, she works in her room. When I was there, she worked in her room. So
No,
I'm not gonna
Hillary.
even sit here
I'm
and
gonna tell
lie
you
and
what
say
she
like I
does.
know exactly what she was doing or what was going on. But I'm not gonna lie to
She
you.
does data entry for the suicide hotline. She does data entry for the suicide hotline,
Um,
Oh.
meaning that if I call the 1-800 suicide hotline and I'm about to walk down the street and run into a car, she's there to, oh no, I believe that's what you're saying, right?
I think. Listen,
Mental
y'all.
health
I do not want to
issues.
give no misinformation. That's
They said that
like
Yusuke was a
that's
lunch
what was
lady. Is there
explained
any
to
truth
me.
to that? Is Yusuke really a lunch lady at an elementary school?
No, she had a work from home job
Hillary.
too. So,
Wait. You ain't got to answer that. Hillary,
oh.
you know you are being shady as fuck. You would have thrown me no gifts. Girl, if you would have twirled me around with some gifts, I'd have let you go ahead and ask these crazy ass questions. But you haven't twirled me around with one motherfucking bean, Hillary. Okay? I love you dearly. You know I like you. But guess what? We're going to drop you to the comments next. Bye, Hillary. Chris, how may I help you?
Was good.
All right, Chris. Bye, Chris. I don't have time for the fuck shit. Okay, come on. We got another troll? Oh, hell no. He cleaning his damn room. Your mama gonna whoop your ass if you don't clean that room up, little boy. Uh-oh.
Damn, yeah, you banged on me like that, yo. She just hung up. No question. How you doing?
You don't have on a shirt. You don't have on a shirt. You need to calm down if you have
I,
a
I, I,
question.
I'm gonna put on a shirt right now. Don't hang up on me no more.
You know what, Chris? You gotta throw me some beans. You sound like you got
Some beans.
you sound like you got a good amount of money coming in. Oh no.
How do I sound like I got
All
some
right,
money coming?
count him down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and send him on a yeah, there we go. Yeah, he needed that Greyhound real quick. He needed that Greyhound ticket. I'm not playing no more. See, I was so nice. Wasn't I nice, y'all? I was very. Any more questions, concerns, or complaints? Does anybody else have any more questions, concerns, or complaints? Nobody else has any more questions? Okay, you guys. Well, if nobody has any more questions for Angel, Angel, I would like for you to keep your head up, girl. You're making very, very good choices right now. You're young. We're going to put it on YouTube. And you know what? We all go through bumps in the road, but you are doing really good. And that second baby, congratulations. It is such a joy and it's such an honor to be a mother.
yeah.
Everybody's not chosen to be a mom.
Hmm.
So, that's something that you really, really, really gotta, be happy about. And if you ever need a babysitter, you call Miss Cherry. I love the babies. And yes, do not go back. I
Oh
think you've learned
no.
your lesson.
Oh no. I'm cool on that. I'm
Miss
definitely
Curtis,
cool on
you
that.
didn't have any questions for her? I'm surprised because Miss Curtis was a part of a cult as well. Do you have any questions for her? Do you guys think we covered all topics, all bases pretty good? They only make two kinds, John Johnson. My mom always said they only make boys and girls.
What? Oh, two is enough. Right.
Tracy, can you get to know? She is in a relationship currently right now, Tracy.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I am in a relationship.
Why did he go to jail? Okay. Baby girl J, which is Jenny, she wants to know why did Visa go to jail? In a short little, go ahead and tell her really quick. You can tell her.
Long story short, I guess he was on probation in another state. He left the state when he wasn't supposed to. So when Yusuke's family sent a wellness check to the house, The cops. That's how the cops got his address, information, stuff like that, and they ended up arresting him on those outstanding warrants.
Okay. Thank you. It was a great interview. Okay, somebody said, now this is a good question. Did Visa throw out the kids' toys?
No, he was in jail, so I don't know what Nakabi did with the stuff, because she was the one that like took all the furniture and like his like his personal stuff. The kids' toys were still there when I left, so I don't know what she ended up doing with them. But I ain't gonna lie to you, she probably did, since they don't have any kids and me and Yusuke are out the picture. It would make sense that they didn't keep the kids' toys.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. And they said that he threw out the dollhouse the first time Yusuke left.
Well,
Okay.
it was there when
I have a
it
question.
was there when I got there. There was a big ass dollhouse there when I got there, so it came back in the house some type of way.
Wow. Okay. It's okay, love. So are you in contact with any of the women right now?
Nope. Um, yeah, I stopped speaking to, like I said, when I was going through the hotel stuff, Nakabi magically stopped talking to me. Um, and so yeah, and before that, they told me not to have any contact with Yusuke because she was still coming in my lives, and he actually called me from jail mad because I made her an admin in my life. So he made me take her off as an admin and stop talking to her and blah 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 blah. So I didn't talk to Yusuke ever since then. So I don't know what's going on.
Is Nakabi still with Visa?
So the last time I talked to her, she was telling me that she was finna leave him. Like the last conversation I had with her, she said that like I don't want to get all into her business, but long story short, she felt like it was that being married had took her life down the wrong path and blah 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 blah. So I don't know if she went through with that or not. Um, I don't know. But what I
Okay.
will say is that when I had spoke to him, it seemed like he had his old number back and stuff, and she had his phones when he got locked up. She took his phones and stuff. So if he has all his phones and stuff back, evidently they connected somehow.
Back together.
Yeah, that's what I would think. Or maybe she just gave him his stuff.
Wow. So they are back together. They're back together. And he's out of jail right now, correct?
Mhm. Yep.
Okay, so he's out of jail, y'all, right now, and they're back together. Definitely. And hold on a minute.
Who knocked his teeth out? Y'all funny.
Who knocked his teeth out? Spicy, his teeth are knocked out?
What are y'all talking about? That's new to me because
You welcome, big man.
I was messaging him. I ain't see his teeth.
He came on Royce Live with no teeth, his teeth missing. He has a missing tooth. He went live with 21. He probably did. Have mercy on those who he come in contact with. Yes, fallen soldier, absolutely. No, he said they not. She in a different state. Oh, he said him and the Nakabi's not together. She's in a different state.
Hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe
In
she
the
just
front.
gave him his phone. Like they may not actually be together. Um.
Oh, okay. Him and 21 Bad Bitch are twins. Okay, I get it, y'all. Oh, I didn't see his mouth. What did you guys talk about over the phone when he got out of jail?
Oh. He. Pretty much it just was like he was on some like, oh, now I can finally see what happened to you. Like he tried to play like he didn't know what happened to me. And I'm like, what happened to me? Nigga, what happened to you? You the one that stopped contacting me. And so that's where he got to explaining that he was being told that I took my niqab off and I was showing my cleavage on Bigo and blah blah blah. So that's why he stopped talking to me. And I'm not really feeling that. I feel like that's just gaslighting. Like, I feel like that shit was just an excuse for you to play the situation how you did. So basically, we just agreed to disagree. Like, it just was like, okay,
Okay.
you can have it, whatever. It don't matter to me because I'm good. So
Right. Okay.
no, he
He
never
can't
divorced me.
squabble.
He just stopped calling. Like, he stopped responding. Um,
Thank
so
you. Wow. Okay. So for those of you who are wondering what happened to Visa's tooth or teeth, he had veneers and one of the veneers came out, which is a cap over your sawed down tooth. So he has to get his tooth or teeth fixed. One of his veneers came out. Yes, and his mother got the dog Ghost. So his mother has the dog Ghost, Goddess. That's what Goddess said his mother has the dog Ghost. So this wife is safe. Yes, she is. She's definitely safe.
yep.
Bubba nicked it out. Ooh, not Bubba nicked it out, kicked it out. 21 is in his family. I don't know if 21's in his family or not. I was in his family and I could tell y'all what he did to me, but we not gonna go there right now. They pay for it in jail. They do. I don't think they pay for veneers in jail, Nikki. I think they'll just pay to replace your tooth. But I don't think they play. Cherry, send me your CA. Okay, I'll send it to you right now. It's Cherry Bomb, CHERYBOM. Put a dollar sign in front of it. Take off the miss, put a dollar sign in front of it. CHERYBOM. That is my CA. Wow, this is crazy. It definitely is. Thank you for everybody. Oh, you sent it already. Did he divorce you over that phone call?
No,
He
he
never
never.
divorced her. He just left her alone.
Yeah. And then when
Right.
I confronted him about that, he said, "Oh, if I would have divorced you, then I would have told you." So I guess in his head, I was supposed to just sit there and wait till he got out. But I don't know who he think I am or who he think he is. But clearly that didn't work. Clearly, you know. So, um, yeah, there was never an actual divorce. But considering there was never a real marriage, I'm not surprised. Um, just
Right. NyQuil Yussi said, yep, he was trying to be controlling. I agree. He
exactly.
sent his dick to a tranny, though, shaking my head. Yes, he did send his dick to Genova. We all know that. And he also was jacking off to Genova, too, right? Okay.
And
Which she
see, I
doesn't know
have
about
no
that, y'all.
idea who Genova is. Like, I be out the loop on Bigo people.
Okay, let me check it. Okay, give me 1 minute. Does anybody have any more questions? I got one question in the queue. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to check it right now. If anybody else wants to send a CA, sister, can you go ahead and put my CA up one more time? And put Angel CA up as well. Angel, put your CA up. Do you and your daughter have a place now, love? Do you and your daughter have a place now, Angel?
Yep, yep, we're good. We're definitely good. Um, yeah, we've been good. It was a rough
Sister.
it was a rough couple weeks after that whole situation, but we've been good ever since.
Okay. Thank you, sister.
Mhm.
Do you have, okay, you did, okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying. Who is Visa? Girl, if you don't know, don't worry. But hey, Miss Remy,
It ain't
Cherry, can you
if you don't
she
know who Visa
explain
is, it ain't.
what led up to her and Yusuke almost squabbling? Why did you and Yusuke? Yeah, why did you and Yusuke almost get into a fight?
Oh yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like, she just started acting weird as fuck after he went to jail. Like, she the next morning she just was talking crazy as fuck to me. Like, I don't even know if it was. Long story short, I woke up, and she was like in the bathroom, and her daughter was asking me to make her breakfast. Like, literally, I woke up to her daughter asking me to make her breakfast while she was in the bathroom, like playing with her makeup or something. So, long story short, I'm just sitting there waiting for her to come out the bathroom because she's in the bathroom long as hell for like over like an hour at this point. And while I'm sitting there waiting, she come out the bathroom like, "You ain't gonna cook them no breakfast?" And I'm like, yeah, I am gonna cook breakfast after I get done taking a shower." And she was like, "So you gonna sit there and take a shower before you feed your kid?" And I'm like, "Girl, me and my daughter just woke up. We trying to take our shower." Your daughter is the one that's hungry and you've been up for hours. Like you've been in the bathroom for at least an hour and you've been up this whole time. You didn't go to work. You quit your job. So why do you feel like I don't know, like I don't know why you feel entitled for me to make your daughter breakfast. Like I cook for the kids because she goes to work. But if you already up and you not doing nothing, I don't see why you just expected me to do that. And long story short, like we just kept going back and forth because she kept trying to like I don't know, like I said, I got the feeling that because I was the youngest one, like she would try to like little bro me or she would try to like I'm gonna just keep it all the way honest. Like Nakabi basically bullied her. Like the energy that she had with Nakabi was very much like Nakabi pretty much ran her. So I felt like sometimes she tried to like flip that shit and like I don't know. Like, you know, like a little kid that get bullied, so then they try to turn around and be a bully to try to like make themselves feel better. Like I kind of feel like that's how it was. Like she would try to like be the big sister to me. Um and it was more than one it was more than one situation where she tried to do that. And I was being chill because I'm new. Like, you know, I'm new here. I'm not trying to rock the boat. I'm not trying to cause too much problems. So I bit my tongue a lot. But that particular morning, it just was like, bro, we not doing this. Like, you've been saying a little disrespectful shit since I got here, and you not really like that. I know you not like that because you let her bitch you on a daily basis. So that's that's how we
You
started
let her do
getting.
what?
That's how she literally let
Huh? You mean
Nakabi, huh?
punk her?
Yeah, she let
Nakabi
Nakabi
was
punk the
punk
fuck out of
her?
her. Yeah, yeah,
She that big and she was letting Nakabi punk her?
yes, yes. Like the way Nakabi talked to that girl, it was ridiculous. Um, so but I'm
Can
just kind of minding my business. But then when you try to like turn around and flip it on me, like I feel like honestly because she felt like she couldn't speak up to Nakabi, she would try to like take it out on me, or like you know because I'm younger, I'm newer. Like she felt like maybe she can get it off on me because she can't do it with her. So that's how me and her ended up finally bumping heads.
do you really feel like that was the reason, or do you feel like she felt like she had feelings for you and she didn't expect?
I don't know.
Be honest.
I
Be
think that
honest.
was the
Do you really
reason.
feel like it was that, or do you feel like that girl had feelings for you that she didn't expect?
Um, if she
Be
thought
honest.
that, I honestly would not know. Like,
Me and you roll with the same team. We know how that goes when you done turned somebody out. Now I'm gonna ask you again. Do you feel like it was that, or do you feel like she had feelings for you?
um, I mean, we definitely had a couple experiences without going too into detail. We definitely had some experiences that would make me think that she started possibly feeling some type of way. But I don't know if that was the reason behind the animosity. Like I think the animosity was just misdirected. That's what I would say. It was like misdirected anger.
Okay, I'm gonna just say this really quick. Coming from a woman who has never had a lot of experiences with women, and you're in the bed, sharing a bed with one, and you guys are having experiences with each other. Now, I don't know how good or great it was, but I'm just saying having experiences with each other more than once. That means she liked it. Eventually, you're going to have unexpected feelings for that person if you're having sex with that person, you know? So if you were in the bed with me and we're all in a polygamous relationship, and you didn't get up right away to fix my child something to eat, and I would half-ass maybe have woke up and had an attitude, I probably would have been like, not like, babe, you know, not like that, but I probably would have been like, you not gonna fix the kids nothing to eat?
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I probably would have had a little bit of an attitude too, to be honest. Just to keep it fair.
Mhm.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. I got it. Just to keep it fair. You know what I mean? So you don't think that
Yeah,
at
that's
any
that was my
point
thing. Is like I could like every single morning I made breakfast for the kids. So I felt like
you should have.
if she was up,
Callie, you're right. You should have. But now, going from my experiences that I've had, I could have been up for hours. But when my ex woke up, and if the kids asked her directly to do it for them, I would tell her, they asked you, not me.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I feel like, why is your daughter even having to ask me for food if you've been up for hours? Like
Because you the other mama.
I don't even get it. Like, why you, what you was doing? Like,
'Cause you right, because you the other mama.
hmm
And I think that when I'm not saying that what she did was right, but I think she had feelings for you that she didn't expect. And I believe that's why she started acting funny.
it could
Now that
be.
she
I don't
probably
know. Oh, and we did. Okay,
she likes
that's
you.
crazy. I
She
forgot.
definitely
So
feeling
we
for you.
did get into a slight before that incident. We almost got into it again. A few days prior. So that's why I was
Should
saying
have.
it was multiple times where we almost kind of had a run in. I don't even, what the fuck. How did that argument even start? Oh, oh. Long story short, she tried to convince
Oh,
me that it
okay,
was like,
flag. Okay.
I don't know, like we just it was weird. It was weird. We got into an argument again a couple days prior. So I don't know if it was like leftover animosity from that, but she was supposed to have let it go. So I don't know.
I tell y'all, on the outside looking in, yeah, that's music. On the outside looking in, I believe Yasuke. Is that how you say your name, Yasuke?
You
Hillary,
okay?
I'm getting to you right now. Hey, baby. I believe Yasuke definitely is lazy. Okay, definite. Yusuke. Okay, thank you, baby. Thank you, Hillary.
UK.
Hillary, you're my new best friend. Me and you, we're gonna do business together. Okay,
hmm
I got some things that we can definitely do. But I like you. Okay, so Yusuke. Yusuke definitely was lazy. She definitely had some slothful ways, but also I believe she's slothful in the bed too, right? Angel, isn't Yusuke slothful in the bed? She's a little lazy in the bed. If she, stop it. Between you and her, was she a pillow princess?
Uh, I can't go into them details on here.
That's not a detail. Was she a pillow princess or not? Just yes or no. Was she a pillow princess? That's not bad. She a little slothful. Okay, so she don't want to answer it, so that's a yes, y'all. I'm gonna answer for her. So she's lazy with her kids, she's lazy with herself, and she's lazy in bed. A pillow princess is when you only want your pussy ate and you don't want to eat nobody else's pussy, and you know we fucking.
So what I will
That's what
say
a pillow
is, when
princess.
I was there, like, for the most part, well, she was at work. She worked from home. So literally by the time I got up, like when she got up, she just got herself dressed and went to work. So I would always cook breakfast for the kids.
Shower.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she would get up, take her shower, get dressed, and go get herself together for work. And so I would have to wake Jordan up, get her ready. Jordan takes her own baths and stuff, but you know how kids is, like, and then
Yeah,
make her
yeah. I got
breakfast, help her with her homework, well, her, her studies and stuff like that. So I don't know if maybe she just got used to like me being the one to get up and make the breakfast for the kids and stuff. But so I don't know. Like, to me, what I'm gonna say is, when I was there, it didn't seem like she was neglectful of her kid. Like, up until that moment, that was the first time that I really looked at her like, what are you doing? Like, you've been up for hours. Why are you waiting on somebody else to make your kid breakfast? Like, but
right.
I don't know. I don't know if maybe she just, like I said, she just was adapted to me being the one that did it. But I've only been there for 3 weeks,
She's
so like, what was you doing before I got here? So
right, John Johnson. That's what I said. I think in her head, Visa was her man, you was her girl, and I don't know where Nakabi fit in that. But for Nakabi to be the lesbian, it seemed like Nakabi would have been diving in the ocean too. Because no shade, Angel, you are very pretty. Like if I was young, I've been gay all my life. I was young, I'd have been tearing that ass up. I'm just saying. That's just not to say it like no. I'm just saying. Now I respect you are younger than me, so I respect that I got kids now that are probably around the same age as you. But I'm just saying, like, if Visa wasn't fucking everybody, I would have been doing it for him. I'm just saying he wouldn't have to worry about fucking his wives because I'd have been taking care of everybody. I would have made sure everybody was good. That's just me putting my little input. Let me let Nakabi
Um,
was a stripper. Yes, she was. Let me let Hillary ask her question. And somebody had a question about the orgies. Now, y'all, we can't get too deep into sex because she does have a mate, and I do not want to disrespect her mate, okay?
mhm.
But as far as the lesbian thing, I don't think that's too bad, you know, because we're not talking about no man, we talking about women. But I am live still, and I'm not done my interview. Thank you. Okay, so with that being said, let me let Hillary ask her question really quick. And then we'll get to the comments again because this is getting juicy again, y'all.
Okay,
Go ahead,
I'm
Hillary
going.
girl.
Okay, thank you, honey. I'm
Hey,
gonna be
Hillary.
very professional. I'm not gonna troll. My question to you
Okay.
is, now you are aware that Visa has 3 children, correct?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. So
Mhm.
I'm sorry, but you're so beautiful. Like I've never seen you under the veil. I really thought you were like hideous looking, but you are beautiful. Wow. No,
Thank you.
Hillary.
because
Stop
I've seen
it.
Nakabi and Yusuke. I just didn't think that, like, damn, she's beautiful. Like, she doesn't fit in with
That was
them.
shade.
She's beauty.
Hillary,
Don't be
you just
like
threw
that,
the whole
Hillary.
fucking palm tree.
I thought you scared was
Hillary,
pretty
you just threw the
personally.
whole palm tree.
No, she's beautiful. But okay, let me say this. So
What you're saying is she's beautiful and the other girls are ugly. If that's what you're saying, Hillary, I hear it loud and
she
clear.
doesn't fit in with them is all I'm saying. But this girl's naturally a pretty girl. Like, she's glowing. Like, she has a
Yeah.
glow to her. She's
Thank
naturally a
you. Stop
beautiful
it.
brown girl, you
Stop
know? But
Yeah, she's very pretty.
she is. This is my thing. So he has 3 children. Did you
it.
ever, for
Mm-hmm.
once, I mean, you and you scare the only ones that have children. Did you guys ever think, like, why isn't he allowed around his children? Because his other baby mamas have stated, I will not allow my children around him. So did you ever feel like, okay, if his kids can't even be around him, maybe it's not safe for our children to be around him? Did you ever think
That's
that? Did he
true.
ever give you signs where you're like, okay, this isn't healthy for my children or our children to be around?
Good
Um.
question. Good question, Hillary. Go
So
ahead.
okay. So I'm not gonna lie to you. Again, a lot of shit about him I didn't even know until either right before I went or once I was already out there. So I didn't even know he had kids until literally right before I went out there and we were having a conversation. And he ended up telling me that he had kids. And so when he was telling me about it, the way he explained it was that, you know, him and his baby moms don't get along. Plus they're all the way in other states. And so that's the reason why he's not with his kids. Like I didn't know. I still to this day have never like talked to his children's mother or heard them say anything about their kids not being allowed to be around him. Um so just from his perspective, it just seemed like the only reason why his kids wasn't there was because he's in a whole other state and him and his kids' moms don't get along.
No. So one of them stated actually on social media, she said that when he claimed to be a prophet, that's when she
Mhm.
realized something wasn't all there upstairs and she was afraid of having her child around. The others, I
Mhm.
believe, don't even allow him at all around the kids because there was only one that was allowed around him. And after that, when he started saying he's a prophet, that's when she was afraid for her child's safety. Um,
Mhm.
was there any, like I said, anything that he's ever done that you thought, you know what, he's not safe to be around my child?
Um, honestly, that anger issue shit, like I said, this man punched the whole mirror and cut himself up.
Okay.
So that was definitely a major red flag for me. Um,
Okay.
like I didn't see him do any. He never did anything to the kids. He never disrespected
Yeah.
my daughter in any way. He actually really spoiled her while she was
Okay.
there. So like I never seen him do anything like that, but definitely seeing like his angry reaction to certain stuff was like, okay, maybe
Okay.
this is
And
something
then
I need to get up out
thank
of.
you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wrap this up. But what about when Nakabi and the rest of them basically said that your mother kicked you out and you had nowhere to go, and that's why you moved into their house? Nakabi said, so if you were only there for 3 weeks, why was Nakabi and them saying, I'm not taking care of her? She only came here because her mom kicked her out and she wanted a place to stay and she wanted us to take care of her. Do you think Nakabi owed you anything to allow you to continue to stay there if you've only knew her for 3 weeks?
So I personally never heard them say that. But if they did say that, then that story has definitely been flipped into a completely different order because I never lived with my mother until after Nakabi dropped me off at the bus station. That's when I went to my mother's house. My mother lost custody of me when I was 1 year old, and I never lived with her since.
You never
So
went
I
back.
didn't go stay
Okay.
with my mother until after me and Nakabi went our separate ways. And after that, that's when my mother kicked me out. So
Okay.
prior to me going out there to Michigan, I had a place to stay. I was
Okay.
perfectly content where I was. I had a job, everything. Visa wanted me to come out there.
Okay.
Visa was very adamant about me moving out there. Um,
Oh,
and
out
yeah,
of and
so I
then
gave them.
okay.
So just to touch on the fact of, did you think that they owed me? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Hell yeah, I was only out there 3 weeks, and I'm giving you damn near $1,000 to catch up on your rent. Your nigga then got over $700 worth of dad materials off my card. Like, I don't
Hmm.
feel like it should be no reason why a week after that I'm thrown out on the streets and you still
Okay.
staying in the house, you know?
Okay. I'm sorry.
Mm.
I'm gonna wrap this up because I know Cherry got her interview. But in the 3 weeks that you were there, besides the time
Mhm.
that you and him were intimate, how many times did you guys have group sex? Can you count? Do you know how many times, or was there none?
I don't really feel like that's relevant. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
No, no, no. She doesn't want to answer that. She has a mate. Let's respect her king.
Okay.
We don't want to disrespect her king. If you want to come up, Hillary did gift, and everybody else gifted to come up. They sent CAs. Tiffany, if you want to come up, go ahead and drop a gift, and we'll let you up. Because I know, you know,
Okay, I'm
you
gonna
have a
get
question.
down. I just want to say, Angel, thanks for being
Hillary,
transparent and just, honey, you're beautiful. And going forward, you can go on YouTube and look at Yusuke's situation. Never ever move in with a man when you have a child and you've never met him, especially someone from the internet. You don't know what could have happened to your precious baby. You saw all the things that Yusuke's daughter has gone through. It's heartbreaking. It's sad, and we need to protect the children. If we can't protect them, who's going to
absolutely,
protect them?
Hillary.
You're beautiful, by the way, and good luck with everything. Thank you, Cherry.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
baby.
you.
See you
Yeah.
next time.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So if anybody else wants to come up, I believe I got everybody that gifted. Steffi, she's too pretty to be desperate. 30 more minutes. We're gonna do 30 more minutes, Miss Callie. I need you to record for about, if you could, 30 more minutes. If you can't, it's fine. We can cut it. I'm just gonna do a few more questions and then we're gonna go. It has nothing to do with looks. I don't believe she was desperate. I think she's just young.
Right. At this point,
Okay.
you're desperate, baby. Like, you gonna be all honest.
He's her. Oh, they want to know, how did you meet your new man? He is your ex. But go ahead and tell them.
So
Keep changing clothes.
ironically,
Go put
we did also
the,
meet on Bigo like 2 years ago. Um, and we were in a relationship prior. We broke up, and now we're back together. So we've been together in total for like 2 years now.
2 years.
Mm.
Okay. And I'm gonna clear something else.
Yeah, he is my baby daddy.
Is he your baby? Yes, he's her baby's father.
Mm.
And she has another child by another person that was in the spiritual community. This will be her second child. Um, I was gonna ask, what was the question that they asked just before this one? There was another one.
Uh, mm,
There was another. Hillary was saying there was something I was getting ready to ask you to clear up some. Oh, how long were you and Visa talking before you actually decided to court him?
um, it was about a month, I think. It was a month, but that we were talking before he really said anything to me. Out the way. If I'm not mistaken, it's about 3 or 4 weeks before, not out the way, but before he approached me on that level. And then we talked for maybe another month after that before I came out there. Um, that's why, like, when she said that shit about me, like, only coming there because I was homeless, that shit is that's wild to me. Like, if they said that, that shit is wild because he was the one that was like rushing me into coming out there. At one point I had told him, "Fuck him, I'm not going," like because we got into it. Um, and so yeah, so he actually insisted that I moved out there with them. It wasn't a possibility for us to, um, basically moving in with him was a condition of us being married. It was not a, oh, I just want to come move in with him because I have nowhere else to go. I was literally told that we could not be married if I did not come move in with him. So that's cap. But yeah, he was hella anxious.
Okay.
He was anxious in general. He was already courting a fourth wife when I was out there. Mind you, again, I only been out there 3 weeks, and he was already working on a fourth
Right.
wife. So this is definitely, um, I think, like, again, I think that sometimes people can kind of be in denial, that their man wants other women or wants multiple wives. So they can kind of try to like make up shit to make themselves feel better about it, like, oh, he don't really want them, or she was just here because she needed somewhere to go. No, we're here because yo man is pursuing that. He's courting other women. He's asking other women to be here. Um,
Thank you. It's cool. Right.
yeah.
Okay. So I have another question. I have another question. Was he courting more women than just the two of than just the three of you? Did you know if he was courting any other women other than the three he had at the house?
Yeah, it was a couple. Yeah. Um, I ain't gonna even like I ain't gonna get into it, but somebody that was in here earlier, I seen her before, and she know where I seen her before. So yeah, like he definitely was
Oh,
flirting with multiple people.
somebody that was in my life while I was interviewing you.
Yeah. Yeah. There was definitely somebody in here that he was trying to court. Now I'm not even talking about Tiffany. But whatever. It's
Was it
definitely, I ain't gonna say
was it
who it
Muna?
is. I ain't gonna say who it is because it's their business. All I'm gonna say is it's people that
So
that be in here.
Hillary said it was her, but she rejected him. All right, Hillary. So you're not saying no, it wasn't Muna. You're just saying you're not going to say who it was.
I'm not gonna say who it was. I'm not gonna say who it was. But
Muna.
I see
Okay.
certain people around the way trying to, push up on him, be all in
Okay.
his lives and
Hold
stuff,
on.
whatever the case may be.
See, this is why we need to do a two-part interview. I told you because I knew it was going to be some more stuff. Because there's actually questions that we discussed that we didn't ask that I really want to ask. So I think we're going to have to do another part to this interview. And I will pay you for the other part, just like I did this one. I do have another question. Have you ever seen any videos, pictures, or text messages between him and another woman besides the three of you?
Yeah. So part of the reason why uh what's her face? Yusuke was so mad is because like I said, after he got locked up, she went through like his Apple Watch and his laptop and shit, and she seen messages where he was talking to the fourth wife. Um, well, she never became a wife, but he was in the midst of trying to get her to become a fourth wife, and he was like talking shit about um really he was talking shit about her, but there was there was a message where he actually mentioned both of us, and he was like, yeah, my third and fourth wife have a kid. I really got nothing out that situation. Blah blah blah. Whoopty whoopty whoop. So she came and got me, and was like showing me, like, yeah, look what he said about us. Blah blah blah. Doo, doo, doo. So I seen those messages, of him trying to court some fourth woman. Um, yeah.
Okay. So you did. So wow. That's I'm sorry about that, you guys. Okay, so there were other women that he was courting.
Hmm.
Do you think he wanted kids by anybody else?
Yeah, he said he did. Um, yep, he said he wanted kids. Um, yeah, it's pretty much straightforward. In fact, he thinks since he's the prophet, he can have as many wives and kids as he wants. So, that definitely was high in his plans.
Wow. Okay. All right. Okay, well, let her go ahead and gift like everybody else. What is the problem? She sent two beans. You guys got to remember, this is my platform and this is my interview and this is my live. Hold on, let me read this message that my sister just. Sister, let me read the message my sister just sent me. She sent two beans. She did.
Exactly, Lolo.
Okay. So what we can do is, I just read the message, Tiffany, respectfully. I understand there's a lot you want to say, correct? Because that's going to be another interview slag. I'll talk to her about that off of here. We're going to break this interview
because
in half.
because dang, I ain't.
Angel, remember what I told you?
Mm-hmm. What?
Okay, Chanel. And that's fine, Chanel. So you can go ahead and exit stage left. We don't have to worry about you anymore, right?
Thank you. Who's ever gifted
Okay.
me? Somebody Prime.
And
Thank you,
thank you for
Prime.
everybody that was patient and enjoyed the interview.
Thank you, Prime. I
We'll
appreciate you.
make sure that Chanel don't have to be here anymore. Okay, good. I kicked her. Oh, okay, you had already kicked her. Maybe I can take her out sometime. Aw. Well, she said she's not single, you guys.
Not single.
Yeah, they doing too much because they're a little angry and mad. It's not my fault they can't come up with content on their own. Thank you, Miss Nikki. Okay, listen. I'm gonna let you up, Tiffany. Make it short, sweet, and to the point. I'm gonna be nice because I'm feeling righteous. Okay, I'm feeling I'm feeling a little nice and bubbly. Go ahead, love
Thank you for
bug.
letting me up,
Ask
Cherry,
the
and having
question.
patience with me. I
You're
really
welcome, baby.
Yep,
appreciate
it
it.
is me. It is me,
Now,
Elizabeth.
Angel, you actually have the same name as my little sister, and my little sister is the same age as you. I didn't know you were that young. I thought you were older. So I feel like I'm like, I feel like I was a little harsh on you because I thought you were around Yusuke's age. I didn't know you were like 22 years old, 23 years old. I thought you were like way older than that. So now that I know you're young, it's a little bit different, but I feel like as a woman with a child, right? Why
Hmm.
didn't you research Visa? Like all of this stuff is on YouTube. If you just looked up Visa Bigo and you did an hour of research before you and your daughter picked up your stuff to go live there, you would have seen that he's violent, he beats up the dog, that he can't be around his other children. Like, I mean, like most people nowadays, especially with social media, they research the dude they're into. They stalk they go on their Facebook, they go on their Instagram, they go look him up, they look for everything. So I just kind of feel like even with Yusuke, me and Yusuke were friends. And I told Yusuke before she went to go live with Visa, I'm like, girl, do you think, because I really thought all of this stuff was like a storyline. I thought Visa was trying to do some type of like
Right.
reality show thing. And he would tell me that he was a performer and a thespian on the back end. And then he would be weird. Like one minute he would tell me he's a performer. Next minute he's like, I'm trying to marry you, Tiffany. And I'm like, wait, I thought this was like all for show. Visa, I didn't really take it serious. Like when you would text me that stuff, I thought like this was all for content. Like we were just all being hosts and performing. Me personally. So when I saw that you guys like really moved in and I even said to Yusuke, like, Yusuke, I really like you. Like if something happens with you and your daughter, I'm gonna be
Both
here
of
to
them.
help you, but I
Okay.
don't think it's a good idea to go live with
We'll take
Visa
a shower. You
because
have clean
he's
clothes.
very unstable, right? And you can just see that from going online and looking up a couple videos. So I don't understand how you and Yusuke picked up your kids and packed up all your stuff to go live with Visa when you could have just in a simple Visa YouTube and watch the video. Even on like it's like that's what's kind of like messing me up right now is like, okay, like why did you take your daughter in that type of environment? That kind of shows that like I understand you're young, but as a mother, your number one concern should be protecting your daughter and knowing who your kids are going to be around. And you should have done your due diligence and looked up Visa before you even brought your kid around him or picked up your stuff. So I'm just wondering why you didn't take it upon yourself to do the research before you went and lived with Visa. That's my question.
Okay, that's the question, right?
Yeah, that was a very
That's
long-winded
it.
question. Yeah. So,
Okay.
what I did observe was, like I said, when I first met him, I really did not know he was Visa. Like, I just thought he was a nigga on the app with followers. Like, I really didn't know he had all this static around his name. So it wasn't until I had already seriously started talking to him and thinking about moving forward that I even had any of the drama come to my attention. So at that point, I actually did. Like, once people started bringing stuff to my attention, I actually did go and look him up on YouTube. And at the time, no lie, damn near every single video was Yusuke. Like, like what y'all saying about his child's mother not dealing with him? Like, I don't know who his child's mother's is. I couldn't point them out. Like, I've never seen their face. I've
I'll
never
send you
seen
the
videos
video.
about them. Like, the only videos I was really seeing was either Yusuke and him arguing, Yusuke talking to somebody else about him, or like the videos from when she first left and was going live and stuff. So that was like, that's basically what I'm getting at is like, that's the main thing that I saw. I thought that that was the big deal, basically. And so when I talked to Yusuke, because I did ask her, like, what is with this? I seen somebody in the comments ask about the child sacrifice video. I seen that video,
Right.
and I asked her, like, why did you say this? Like, what do you mean child sacrifice?
You
What
went to
did you
the
lie?
source. In other words, you went to the source, right?
Yeah. And she was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, like, I just was upset. I was emotional. I overreacted. I completely misunderstood and misconstrued his words. This is what he actually meant. Blah, 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 blah. Like, she basically assured me that she was tripping
Right.
and that she took things too far out of anger and hurt, basically. So at that point, I kind of
Right.
felt like, okay, like, she's the one that I'm seeing saying all this stuff. So if her
So
response is that this was all a misunderstanding and she's still willing to go be with this man, then clearly it's not that
then
big
it
of a
was
deal.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.
I felt like it was bullshit. I'm trying to be nice about it, but I felt like it was just bullshit. People get into it, people fight,
You
people talk
mad.
shit. As far as like the dog, I seen people making videos about the dog, but like,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really see nothing crazy. Like, I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but I really didn't see nothing crazy about the dog. Like, I ain't gonna lie, at a certain point I just got to the point where I know how people are now. Like, I seen people talking shit about me in the comments. Like, people gonna talk shit.
Right.
Um and it's hard to decipher between what's the actual truth and what's just people talking shit from a distance.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for answering that question. We got another question. Another question. Did Visa hurt the? Hold on a minute. She answered that already. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, there you go, baby. Go ahead.
Okay.
The
Okay.
Swanster.
Okay. Hey, peace panel. I think Tiffany left already.
Peace.
Um, I just wanted to say
No,
this,
she's right there.
that people, I don't have any detailed thing to say about their specific situation, but you live and you learn. It is like I heard Tiffany
Exactly.
keep
Like,
saying,
Tiffany,
so why didn't
girl,
you do this? So why weren't you there? In this mindset, why weren't you? Because she was not at that time. But right now, her mind is open to those things at this point. I'm not in her lane or on her life journey. She's not on mine. I'm learning my lessons when I learn them, my experiences when I experience them. I just don't want to jump all over her because she did some dumb shit. I've done dumb. I'm 50 years old. I've done dumb shit through my life in relationships and all of that. And we learn from it. And the next relationships you grew and you're not going through that. anymore. So that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you so much for your input.
Hmm.
Thank you so much, love.
Thank you for
I'm
having
gonna
me.
drop you down in the comments. You welcome, baby. Let me drop you down. Okay, the hood Muslim, you're next.
It's
The
Muslim.
hood Muslim.
It's Muslima.
Oh,
Um,
Muslima. Okay, thank you, baby.
yeah. Hi, Angel.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, so are you still Muslim?
Yeah, yeah, I'm still Muslim.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So that's all I really want to know. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask my next question because you still Muslim. So that means you need your hijabs and your niqab.
Hmm.
That's all I
Yeah.
wanted to know. Sis, do you still
Okay, thank you.
have? All right.
Next is Sandy.
No, I don't have no message right now.
All right, bye bye, Sandy. Have a nice day. Go take your medicine, baby. All right. Okay. Y'all jumping the hell on Tiffany. Oh Lord. Okay, so does anybody break for exams? Didn't you have a question? Okay. Most definitely, we love Angel. Shout out to Angel, y'all. Right. Have at it. The curls. Okay. Angel, what do you
Thank
put in
you.
your hair?
Um, I pretty much I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of boring. I literally just wash my hair and put conditioner in it. Um, and then sometimes I put like coconut oil. If I'm not washing it, like I'm just refreshing it, I spray it with water and then put coconut oil on it.
Okay.
So,
No rose water?
mm-mm, no, I should though. I should do more fancy things. But I literally just put regular sink water on it.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Now you eating during the interview. Honey, shut. Somebody kick Callie. Kick that admit. Kick her. I
That's funny. I need to eat
had
shit.
to check my diabeticals, Callie. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. My daughter done called me out. Why would you do that to me? That is so wrong. Anyways, I'm pregnant too. Pregnant too. I'm pregnant by Greedy Boy now. Hey, let's really get to the tea. Let me stop lying like that. That's a lie, y'all. Yeah, let me stop because we all know I'm not pregnant by nothing. No, nothing. Mm-mm. Anyway, do you guys? Somebody said bullying her. It's nothing to get. How she want to be y'all bullying her to cover up. Uh oh, now you being bullied. If she's being bullied, kick whoever's bullying her.
They're not really bullying me. They just, you know, they
Uh
just
oh, here we
concerned.
go. Now somebody is bitter.
They just concerned.
Yes, Angel looks beautiful. Okay, well,
Um,
we're gonna let them be concerned.
I mean,
Okay, we have another question. Nikki, come on up, Miss Nikki. Oh,
See,
come
no,
on up, Miss Nikki.
see, no, that wasn't the case. The case was the sister asked her, was she still Muslim? She said, yeah. The reason why she asked, she said, because she said, oh, all right, no need for me to ask, right? Because you're going to start
Right.
getting your hijab and your niqabs, right? And I said only another Muslim would understand it. She asked for
Mhm.
that. There's a reason why she asked her that because she may have wanted her to give her stuff or tell her that she knows someplace that she could donate her stuff to.
Mm.
So that's not being a bully. That's asking a question as a Muslim. You can always donate your hijabs and stuff if you're not no longer going to wear them instead of for throwing them in the trash.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was disrespectful to throw them in the trash.
I mean, it's clothes. So you throw stuff away all the time. Like it's a piece of clothing.
Okay.
Have prayer
Okay.
overgarments. Some
I get
people
what you're
have
saying.
prayer overgarments. Some people have street overgarments. Some people have cleaning overgarments. You have overgarments you only wear when you're menstrual on. It's certain
Mm.
overgarments people wear, but it's best to give them away if they still in good shape. If they not in good shape, then you just throw them in the trash. You don't want nobody
Okay, so she won't.
that you
Yeah.
wouldn't wear. Let me put it to you like that. If it ain't good enough for you, it's not good enough for the next Muslim. Let me say that.
Oh, okay. I definitely get it. Thank you.
Yeah, that's why I
Anybody
said
got any more questions?
they not bullying. They not bullying.
Okay, just because she's not wearing it doesn't mean she's gonna throw it out or give it away. Okay. All right. I get it now. I'm sorry. I apologize. Like I said, I did not know, that's what she meant by that. And I'm glad that sister came up here and corrected that. Okay, thank you so much, Miss Nikki. You have definitely had our backs tonight. Does anybody have any more questions? Oh, Scorpio ain't playing no games when it come to Angel.
Peace Prime. Right, I see
I
that.
tell people wear so she can't be comfortable in her own home as a non-married woman. Yes, I asked if Angel thinks he's gonna expose her like he exposed Yusuke. No, I don't think he's gonna do that. He didn't really expose Yusuke. He just talked about her like a dog.
Right. That's what's gonna be
I
my
don't
comment.
see
Like
that
it don't seem
exposure.
like he exposed nothing. It just seemed like he was talking shit from
He
what I
was talking
seen.
about her being her weight, but then we're all wondering if you thought that about her, why were you with her?
That's what I'm saying.
He didn't expose her like saying she was doing fraud or nothing like that.
Um, I
So
mean he might. I don't know. Like I don't feel like I really said nothing crazy for real, for real. So
he's right. Is there anything else any people weird coming for her? What's her name? The wife from New York. The wife from New York is Nakabi. Her name is Angel.
walaikum
She's from
salam.
Ohio.
Walaikum salam. This is Muslima. He's a perfect.
Yeah, I am too. Everybody is good for the night.
Please,
Okay, I believe so. Um, that made sense, but they could have just asked that instead of being weird. Yeah, you're right, Caitlin. In public, yes, if she's wearing a hijab on the cop. Okay, her and Allah. Yep, and that is whatever she's doing. That is definitely between her and Allah. I definitely agree with that. Thank you, Alchemist. I definitely agree with that.
Hmm.
He exposed her and drug her, called her fat. Yeah, I'm saying he didn't expose her. He called her names.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sunflower.
Seemed like he just talked a whole lot of
He didn't expose her, tell her business. Like he definitely used to be fat.
I don't know.
The hood Muslim. Okay, love.
I do feel like I'm a hear something. Like I do feel like I'm gonna hear something. But oh
You
well.
didn't do nothing disrespectful, though.
You know.
But you know what I do want to ask you, Angel?
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm gonna ask you this privately. I'm not gonna ask you this here because I'm sensing some things, a certain kind of energy, and I want to make sure that that's not what I'm sensing. So, as a mama bear, I'm definitely gonna ask you privately because that's what I do.
Okay. Oh Lord. What I do?
I'm gonna definitely ask you privately
Mhm.
because you're I'll talk to you privately about it. I'm not gonna say nothing. But thank you so much for this interview.
No problem. Thank you
I
for
think we
having
got
me. Thank you for having me.
Angel married to Visa.